Welcome back, gang, for the first time and hopefully many more to come. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel and click on the notifications right here, this little bell, so you can get those emails every time we go live. Peace. ThaBoxingvoice.com.
What broke him down? Was it just the body punching? When I was hitting him with body punching, I heard him, actually he was crying in there. You were saying that Biggs was crying when you hit him? When did that happen? And perhaps the fourth round on?
ThaBoxingvoice.com.
Yes, we are here, Patreon family. It is the post-fight show. Yo, Tony. Yo, Mitty. Yo, come on.
Post-fight after party mode.
Yes, it's definitely party mode up in here. Half of the...
Who's partying, though?
I don't know if it's much of a party, but half of the fighters are liquored up, for sure. Or smoked out.
Some celebrating happening?
Definitely some celebrating. Definitely some injuries that happened. Maybe some controversies we can get into. Tons of stuff. And still so much noise on the set. Thank you.
We're going live here.
Thank you,
at the fight.
gentlemen.
I think all the noise is coming from the terrible ref.
Oh, shots fired at Coach Mitty. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that. Don't worry. We have a hot seat. We're gonna bring all the fighters up. All, what was it, other 17 fighters, but some are missing,
17?
obviously. Well, there should be 17 because it's us
18
three.
at dinner.
Well, it's 11 fights, so it'll be 22 people total.
22 people.
But there's not everyone here. We're gonna get through everyone, as it be. And
Aaron is in a nightclub.
Aaron's at a nightclub, brothers. He went straight to the nightclub after.
yo, he had to after that L. You know, he had to. You know, he had to get his spirits up. You know,
Oh,
go get a short.
spoiler
Go
alert.
get a shorty. You know what it is. You know, it's okay.
Spoiler alert.
Well, this show's coming.
Since you handing out L's, who else took an L?
Yo, I took a L.
Oh.
But you know who took a worse L? Mr. Doomy fucking Lemieux.
Yeah.
Yo,
No, pathetic.
3-0. Mitty
Wait a minute.
washed
Wait a minute.
him.
Who's Doomy?
Clinic.
Who's Doomy?
Oh, I don't know anymore.
I thought his name was Arby's.
Oh, Arby's.
All the fucking food he's eating.
Oh, poor Doomy. It's okay. But we're going to get into it all. Obviously, we have so many fights to get into. It was a spectacular event. So much excitement. We had fight of the night.
Drama.
Controversies. Disqualifications.
Venue change.
Oh, my. Venue change last minute. So much to get into. I don't even know where to begin because we just started live like very quickly
Where
without
did
any
we begin?
production.
How did it start?
I mean, obviously, we started with the venue change. You want to get with that?
Yeah, we got hit with a curveball.
No. It was the boxing gods. They knew.
The boxing guys.
Yes. They were like, Ness, why are you going to hold this event in a UFC fucking place?
That's right.
That's a cardinal sin. That's disrespectful to boxing.
And you know what? It was bad juju. It was bad juju.
Gym,
it was bad juju.
And boom.
It was.
It was like, no, you guys are not
Absolutely.
allowed here.
And they treated.
We
us
pulled
pretty
up
good.
with 30 people. They said no.
They treated
No,
us
but you know
pretty
what's
good out there.
amazing? You know what's amazing? That even though we didn't fight at the UFC gym, the gym that we ended up going, if we're not mistaken, was like the infamous, right? Not famous, but infamous Javier or whatever. What is it? How you pronounce his last name? Capetillo?
I have no idea.
Isn't that Margarito's trainer?
Think so.
Yes.
The infamous hand wraps Margarito's trainer?
Yes. The
And that
infamous.
was a mistake. Like, we didn't even plan that. So that was pretty cool.
But it was a great venue. I thought like I love dingy like boxing gyms, like that authentic
And
like
then Freddie
vibe.
Hernandez walked in.
Oh, did he? I didn't even see him.
Yeah. I
You
fucking
were
tried
the
to
only
Yo,
tell
I was the
everybody.
main event. You know, I was like in the zone. Don't worry about it.
So you were in the zone for all fights before yours. Like,
Well, he was
Of
in the
course.
how
zone.
long were you in the zone?
He was in
The
the zone. I
entire
forgot.
time.
Who was over here saying that Matt looked like a deer in headlights?
Yeah.
They was like, yo, did Matt do a shot of coke? His eyes was like,
I was definitely maybe high before the fight, but that's maybe what it
somebody
was.
said that.
So I can see why.
Say,
Maybe it was the church crew. But I think we should get one of the fighters up here because we have so many fighters to get to.
Oh, we're going straight to meetings.
Yeah, we're going straight to
Fighter
it.
meetings?
Uh,
Post-fight meetings.
I think we should do with the first fight that was up. Coach Mitty, please get to the hot
Wow,
seat.
I think you just want to attack Doomsday.
No,
I
that's,
would've
wait a minute, but you know
For the record, I would have done it backwards. I would have started with the potential fight of the night. You know what I mean? The one could possibly get awarded as fight of the night. But we'll start with Doomsday. So
We'll start from the bottom to the top. That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, you're the bottom.
Listen, coming from
You were the first fight. You were the bottom of the event.
Damn, the bottom.
You're quite the
Technically
parity
speaking, we wanted Doomsday and Mitty to go first so that they can participate as referees and cornermen. Which
True.
Doomsday,
There was a reason behind it.
How many corners did you play?
Man,
A lot.
every fight after I played the corner.
You want to say their names?
Oh, I was in Eric Cruz's.
Say into the
corner.
mic, Doomy.
I was in Eric Cruz's corner. I was in Marvin's corner. I was in the Cobra Anthony's corner. And who else? Tony. I was in Tony's corner. Ness's corner.
Oh.
Matt's corner.
Oh.
Yeah, I was in pretty much everybody's corner.
Even though he's giving you shit.
Bad vibes, though. He had that
Listen,
L. You took it on everyone else.
Coming from Matt, you know what I'm saying? Any offense coming from Matt right now in the fight game, you know.
Yo, I made weight.
Yo.
I got the split decision
let me-
You
loss.
have no weight to make.
Yo, Matt.
All right?
Matt.
That's true. It's true.
I got him.
Oh, you got it? You got the kill shot?
Yo, fams. So how does it feel sitting across from Mitty now?
Hey, much respect to Mitty. Mitty actually didn't cower away from facing a guy that was 30 pounds heavier for him. So
Sounds like a different story, right? I don't even feel like hearing the rest of that.
Kudos.
Sounds like a different story, right?
Kudos to Matt.
It sounds definitely like a cop out.
I don't know. I kind of heard a story
What was the story?
about a secret conversation between Mitty's team and how Doomsday isn't allowed to go full because Mitty can't get hurt. Isn't that the story you heard?
I've heard that story from Doomy. Do we believe it?
Oh, so
From
you're
Doomy,
saying
from
you're
Doomy.
saying Doomy saying that.
From Doomy, huh?
You definitely did say it.
Oh,
right,
shit.
all right,
You're
so-
letting the cat out the bag quickly.
So
We're going hard. We're going hard today. Don't worry about it.
I think the first thing to do is ask Mitty, is it true?
Yes. Is the allegation
know.
true?
I don't know. Like maybe I had a conversation with the coach. It's quite possible. The conversation that I had with Doomy was Doomsday asking me what the guy that I'm going to fight on February 17th, what is his style? Does he want me to emulate his style so he can help me out with that? And I said, hey, if you want, and that'll be good, and I appreciate the help. So that was that. And
I'm hearing a non-answer. I'm hearing a
not gonna-
non-answer. Yes or no? Was there a conversation that you know of? Yes or no?
I don't know. That's the thing. Like,
Now,
but
Doomy, was there a conversation? Yes or no?
Possibly, right?
I mean, I'm pretty sure Mitty knows it was a slight conversation.
Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Whoa. Hold up. Hold
What
up.
are you trying
Okay.
to
What I'm trying to say is that maybe he's not being clear enough. You know what I'm saying?
Oh!
I mean, maybe the unanimous decision win is clear enough.
Listen, before we go further with the nonsense,
Oh, nonsense.
The
Wait.
nonsense.
What exactly is nonsense?
the
Is
fact-
Mitty acting like
No,
he
Mitty-
doesn't know
Mitty-
about the conversation
Yeah,
nonsense?
a little bit.
Or is me and Matt bringing up this conversation nonsense? I need to be clear on that.
I just said it because he wasn't being clear enough. But
Oh, so Mitty's the one that had it with full of nonsense. Okay,
So
okay,
that
we're clear.
conversation was with me.
it was with you too.
Ooh!
Oh my God.
Maybe,
Oh
maybe,
shit.
Maybe at the moment you understood, you know. Maybe the joke, you know what I mean, was just joking around. But
I think so. Like, one hand behind
I
your back. can happen, right?
I lost.
So hold on,
I-
Doomy. Do you think you took it easy?
Yes, that's what he told me.
Cause let's be real.
It's possible. Like, say, let
Oh, hold
me
on,
tell
hold on,
you, right?
Mitty.
Oh, is Mitty looking for a way out to give
I
Doomy
can't
a
wait
way
to
out?
get to these guys.
Mitty, don't be a friend. Don't be. I know you're French and you're nice. I get it. I get it.
No, like I mean, like.
But
let me
Doomy,
tell you, right?
If you're an amateur fighter going up against a fellow amateur fighter, and it's a competitive sparring session, let's be honest, it's a competitive sparring. There's a crowd, and you're down 2 rounds. You don't go soft in the third round like you did.
Matt, stop trying to know like you know what's going on about fighting right now. Okay?
Oh, hey, I'm just saying I did better than you. I'm just saying.
It's not about doing.
I'm just saying.
The fact of the matter is, to cut to the chase, you know, technically I did lose at the scales. I didn't make the weight.
Excuse number one.
No, that's the honest
Definitely,
truth.
definitely.
I didn't make the weight. So you know, from the get go, I had lost already. You know what I mean?
And then, because all through this,
And then what do? Do we give the fans the show? Or do we just, bicker about fucking weight?
I don't know, but
me and him are fighters, so we give the fans.
But was it a show or was it a fucking show? Because you're saying like they were telling you don't go hard.
It's not about. Listen, my man here has a fight in a month. You want me to beat on a guy that I'm 30 pounds heavier?
Well, I'm just saying in the beginning.
Are you kidding me right now?
Mitty, in the beginning, he was acting as if it wasn't a loss. Is all I'm saying. He was like, "No, man, we were just working."
They were grinding me. They've been grinding me.
It's possible, right? It's possible.
It's
and
possible.
For me, anyway. Because I don't know. As a fighter, you go in there and you fight, right? You lose, or you win, and if you can. As a fighter, I will never accept like a loss properly. I always think like, hey, you know what? I can do something else.
So are you saying that Doomsday is not a fighter because
I'm saying he is. He is, and like someone will just come.
So
and
you're
tell
saying
you,
that's why he's making excuses? Only fighters make excuses. I mean, I don't get it.
I mean, we'll come to
Maybe
it. I
you're
guess
getting
when
dragged into a fight, right?
No. We'll come to it when it gets to your fight, for example, right? Right after that.
No, we can get to my fight right now. We can get to my fight right now because you were the ref. You were the ref.
We're gonna get into it like that.
Yeah.
Mitty's getting double time on the hot seat right now. Mitty, you were the referee between Haziel and Ness, right?
and a lot of fights. And
I thought his name was Cheesiel, like cheating and shit.
Now, according to Ness, as you well know, contested during the fight about the pushing of the neck.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And he feels as though he was warranted for Haziel to be deducted a point. Did you feel like that was warranted? Like,
before he even answers,
that's what he was saying.
No, that's a lie. I never said I should get a point deducted. But since you bring such a great fucking point up, let's make clear note that he did deduct a point in someone else's fight. What was that infraction for?
Who did I deduct?
You took a point from someone.
You did take a point.
Fucking Zach for pushing.
Yes.
But Haziel's ripping my neck off and there's no point deduction.
No. So
just saying.
There's one thing. Like in a proper fight, you would have been disqualified.
I'm sure.
I'm telling you would have been disqualified.
I'm sure. I've seen Floyd disqualified how many times for telling Kenny Bellis or Richard or fucking any of the referees,
Coach,
bro. You're not dealing with a rookie here. You're not dealing with a rookie disqualified. Get the fuck out of here.
Mitty.
Talking about disqualified, that bullshit
with
disqualification
no warning,
that you did
with
with
no
Enrique
warning.
and Jose. No. You're on the hot seat.
Mitty.
You're on the hot seat.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could have took a point away. You could have took a point away.
I can
You gave a
answer.
disqualification to a man
With
who
no
traveled
warning.
halfway across the fucking coast. Put money up and everything.
Well, not halfway
And
across
then
the
this
coast, always.
motherfucker's over here prancing around talking about he faked it. How do you feel now knowing that Jose faked it?
I can answer to you if you let me talk, right?
Okay.
And if you don't talk, and if you
For the
don't
count,
shout,
real quick.
let's go back to
He faked it, by the way.
Let's go back to the conversation.
Mitty, real quick before you answer that,
Yeah.
for the casuals that don't know too much about the rules
Yeah.
and the conduct that you have to have in the ring, what exactly is it that you're talking about that he might have been disqualified about?
I mean,
Yeah. What would I be disqualified
as
for?
a fighter, your job is to go into the ring and fight. You don't judge the fight at the same time, right? And you don't stop in the middle of a fight to tell the ref, you should be doing this, you a cheat, you do this. No, not just once, like 3 or 4 times, yeah? You let us deal with please,
What did Lomachenko just do in his last fight? He didn't call the attention to the referee 3 or 4 times.
A sides do that.
Get the fuck out of here. That's not what
way.
Lomachenko did?
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
you
But
fought
he's
like
just a pound
Lomachenko,
for
did
pound.
you?
No, he's pound for pound. I'm not.
So one thing, yeah, as you were getting pushed, like on few instances, and you were watching a video, you were teeing off on him, and you were finding combination that was scoring. That's why it was kind of like difficult just to break it.
It doesn't matter if I'm having success because I'm athletic. If a man is cheating, he's cheating.
Okay.
Bottom line.
All right. That's cool. Then the
I mean, it was a bottom line. He's cheating for Enrique when he landed one punch with no warning. You ended his fight.
warning or
It
what?
was a bottom line point deduction for Zach with one push when you took a point from him. You didn't say,
no,
"Hey,
it was more
stop
than
pushing."
one push. It was more than one push.
Oh, I gotta watch the tape then.
It was definitely more than one
on the
push.
road.
It was more
I
than
was
one
on
push.
the road with my volumes and levels, so it sounded good.
It sounded good.
Listen.
Zach was pushing the shit out of Eric Cruz.
Yeah, he was.
What warning?
Flagrant.
What warning do you want me to give, and what for the disqualification? We call break. The guy after the break hits him and puts him on his back.
Times
The guy tells. The guy says
Poor
he cannot
refereeing.
continue.
We watched
But
that
no,
tape.
hold on, very quick, hold on.
No, we watched that
Ness,
tape.
Ness,
We watched that
hold on,
tape.
hold on, Ness. I know you're hot
I'm
up here.
in, I'm
You're hot
in.
here. I know you're in. Let me come in here. You know, good cop.
Good cat, bad cat.
Okay.
I'm going to get a drink.
I'm pretty sure, and again, I need to watch the tape, and we all need to watch the tape. I'm pretty sure you called the DQ before Jose even got up. I'm pretty sure.
They couldn't get up.
So
What
so why don't you check on the fighter to see if he can continue? Because I don't think you checked on him to see if he can continue before you called the DQ. That's all that I think. There was never a check-in of Jose before the disqualification was called, in my opinion.
Okay, that's fine. Like, if that's the case, I don't recollect that. That's possible. I felt that it was a disqualification. You cannot hit someone after the break and have that guy just going in there on the ground, right? You see the reaction from Rose. I don't know if he's faking it or if he's not faking it. I cannot just be in there and just decide, oh, he's acting.
Yeah, he's not into the decide trickery, I guess. You know what I mean?
No, you're absolutely right.
And for the record here, I'm pretty sure that you need to appreciate to go in there to referee those fights and see how to get
especially ref
to keep
all the fights
control,
too.
to keep control of people that have like some kind of idea of what they want to do and don't actually listen to what is happening, right?
Well, let me ask you
And
this.
there's too much energy running, or too much like nervous energy running, too much emotion, too
Listen,
much
don't take it
adrenaline.
personal. You judged a lot of, you refed a lot of fights, and technically in real boxing, you know, you're supposed to ref one, take a break, and let another ref come in. They never let a ref consecutive fights the way you did. But mistakes were made. Mistakes were made.
In your fight, right?
No,
No,
Jose's.
that's fine. Like,
I think Jose's
fine.
fight.
That's fine. As long as mistakes were not made in your fight, then we good.
No.
You just said a no.
No, I think my fight had some mistakes. Absolutely. I think everyone's fight had some issues.
I don't agree with that. I don't think everyone's fight had issues.
I don't think everybody.
That's a gross
Let me
hyperbolic
tell you
statement.
this.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Mitty. Everybody was pretty much, average, height. Dealing with Ness and Haziel, how did that feel as a referee? You know what I mean? Being in there with these big
Listen,
guys.
like it was like
Especially
it was tricky,
Haziel.
right?
How much did he listen?
Yeah, but
how much
Enrique,
did he
listen,
listen?
Enrique and Jose are not Haciel and Ness, and he didn't jump in. We watched the tape. He said break, and not even on the third break was he here.
Yeah.
And a referee is supposed to jump in. Even when it's not even when you're not engaging, they jump in. Break. That's what the hands are for. That's why they
After
jump
seeing
in.
the tape, the break was called 3 times, and it was
But he relied on voice.
He relied on voice.
Yeah.
But
And it was loud in there, bro.
it was 3 times.
Yeah, no, definitely an infraction was made. But I think because of the event, I mean, look, he stuck as close as he could to the rules, and it is up to the referee's discretion. I just feel it was excessive, especially when you're walking around giving point deductions for a shove.
Now,
It was not a shove. It was like several times.
Why
right?
did
So,
you
and it
decide
was
to
just
give
like-
him those points?
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better that you felt he was being shoved several times, but not me.
And listen, in your fight, because you don't let me talk about your fight, right? In your fight, you were being shoved several times, but there's also the way you handled this, like the way that you were just being pushed. You guys were coming in close. You were trying to grab him, and he was just putting your forearm out. I told him a few times, like, be careful with the forearm. But at the same time, you're doing some work. I don't want to call that break and just tell him, hey, let's get away. You're doing some work. Watch the tape. That's when you get the best success.
I
when you
hear
are there.
you, but
I understand
right
what
now,
Mitty's saying. I understand what
You know
Mitty's
what?
saying.
I
here.
wasn't
gonna
even
fall off.
thinking about that angle.
Your neck will feel
Now,
like
now,
it's
now,
fall
now,
off when
now,
you just
now, very
get
quickly, hold
hit,
on,
right?
Mitty, because I'm the good cop. He's the bad cop. Now, on the break, when they are, separated, that's the time to say Hasil. The next time I see an elbow
Exactly.
in the chin, I'm taking a point.
I agree with
You get
that.
what I'm saying?
And,
You
and,
get-
and let me
and then
let me tell you
factor
like
in that
another
I'm
thing,
making
right?
an issue of it 3 times.
You should. The point is that you should really not be making an issue of it.
And that's
like
obviously
that.
why you
That
didn't
you
take
should-
the point that should have been took.
You should not.
That's
be
obviously
make-
why you didn't
wanted
take
to
control.
rev that fight.
That's why you didn't take control.
If I left it to you, we would have stopped the fight in the first round with like a TKO for Ness. You know
No,
what I
absolutely
mean? Like,
not.
so-
I'm not Jose. I don't want that bullshit fucking victory. I didn't want a disqualification. What I did want was order. That's what I wanted.
Okay,
and that's
I
what you
agree.
clearly took in Jose's fight was order.
I agree.
And you did that in Eric Cruz's fight was order.
I agree.
But I know that you're a nice guy, but I'm also a radio show host and an entertainer, and I have to wonder. The one that was pushing for me to fight Haciel was you. Maybe when you see he wasn't giving you what you wanted, you let the rough shit happen.
But wait, hold up, Minnie, wait. I may support you. Hold on, let me support you.
Let me answer this one. Let me answer this one because it's an easy one to answer, right? Like, and you're never gonna accept that, right? But I'm telling you that for you today, tonight, you should be proud and happy to have fought Asael instead of fighting a cherry that you were trying to pick. That's 100. Please, let me finish that. Let me finish that with you. Right?
Yeah.
You would have got no credit whatsoever, no respect from anyone in this room on beating on a heavy bag. And that would not have been fair. That would have been
Mexican butterbean.
That would not have been good for the event as a whole. You now can just walk out of this fight and say, yeah, you know what? I had a fight with someone that was game. He fouled me. I didn't get the order that I wanted, but I stuck at it, and I actually put him down to make sure that the decision is clear.
Hold on, Jimmy. Hold on, Jimmy. And Mitty, to your credit, you also gave Ness a knockdown in that fight when arguably it wasn't a knockdown.
No, I'm not.
That
I'm
was
not
questionable.
I think I saw the punch landing, and it was not. I didn't think it was a slip. I saw the punch landing, and to be honest, if you watch the tape again.
Did he complain to you?
That's what I was going to say, but please, let me, that was what I was going to say.
Let him talk, Ness. Let the man talk.
He didn't complain, and also in his eye, he stood there. He waited until 6 to tell me, I'm good, right? So I believe that.
And another point is when Aaron did say something like when the card was read and they announced me as the winner, Aaron was like, oh, and I turned around and said, damn, all with a knockdown, motherfucker. That was Haseo's chance right there to say, I ain't getting knocked down. I slipped. So fuck out of here, haters.
I don't think he knows that he didn't slip and he didn't need to say that.
No, that's Matt. That's Matt with his negative narrative because he got knocked out.
It was knocked down. And
I didn't get knocked out.
Wait till Warren
I didn't get knocked out. Why are you lying to the public?
Wait till Warren sits down and tells
I had a better fight than Doomy, who's an amateur.
A fucking Popeye punch on you.
Yo, Doomy lost every round. Come on.
Yo,
I arguably won too.
You got hit with the Sergio Martinez punch.
For you was the fight of the night.
There were two fights. The two fights that, for me, just were like the fights that stood out.
Top three fighters for fight of the night.
I can have like top three. Like to me, clearly, like Cobra versus Garcia is the fight of the night because they
fight.
Clearly gave everything
they had.
The fight, everything they had, everything the fan wanted. They had like great chins. The work that they put in the gym showed, and it was not necessarily the most technical, but it was like definitely the most entertaining.
Yeah.
And there was like spots where technique were there.
Yes.
And to tell you one thing, yeah, the crowd on edge, I didn't even hear the bell at the end of it. I could not hear it.
I saw that.
I could not hear it.
You actually had to
that little
at
gym.
So,
for us not to invite people, that people were getting off the bus, peeking into that door, and just walking the fucking video recording.
So you
gotta be proud, yo. You gotta be proud.
That was fight of the night. The second fight that stood out for me was Sal and Tony.
Yes.
Great fight.
I can tell you, like, hands on heart, I've seen like a lot of amateur fight. I can tell you that both these guys can go into amateur fighting if they wanted to anytime. Sal started off like 2 very good rounds.
Yes.
And got hurt to the body at some points. And it's a shame that Tony didn't realize that.
Let's just stop right there. Him saying Sal had 2 very good rounds insinuates he gave him the first 2. Boom.
Boom.
I'm not insinuating. I'm just telling you. I'm saying I think he got the
I'm just saying because they was trying to say that Tony won the second and the
there
third.
Were different opinions on the fight.
There can be different opinions. This is boxing.
No, there are obviously different opinions.
This is how we see boxing. But
a lot of us seen Sal win the first 2.
And then the third fight that I found like very, very good also was, and there
Warren and Matt.
No. I mean, Warren and Rod. Let me cut it, right? We had like great fight all around, right? All around, and my respect for everyone. And the one guy that I want to shout out actually, because I've never spoken to him about him with any kind of respect, because I call fights the way I see them. It's Zach. Like, to be honest, I saw a guy that is still limited, but at camp and gave it all he had.
Improved a bit, a little bit.
Massively, not a little bit from what he showed before.
Okay.
This is massively.
He had a major
and he
improvement.
just didn't have like a cardio tank. Like with Zach, a muscular guy like him, you just need to.
He
give
hurt
him,
Cruz.
Like,
He hurt Cruz for a bit.
minute and a half of working.
I said it,
and
man.
You've got him, right?
He needs to come train in Jersey Boys, man.
Yeah.
He's not
But then,
getting the
like-
right training over
But
there,
then
bro.
like the actual fight that I wanted to get to is like Marvin and Cantu was another like extremely good
Yeah,
fight.
that was
That was a
good.
good one.
Fighter I'm like the most impressed with out of everything is Mr. Fern Gully because I've seen him like from
Yes.
the first
Burn.
Yeah.
first
Yes.
We're
sparring
gonna call him
session
Mr.
ever,
280.
and I was like, this is a bad matchup for him. Never. You should not do that. But I like his hustle, and he showed that he went 5 times in the gym. This almost like one of the only guys I believe with his training schedule. 5 times a day in the gym, I believe him because he shows in his boxing ability. He was just popping shot, pulling, coming back with the right hand. It was really good. So yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Top 3 for Mr. Coach Mitty.
He did look good.
It's majority. Yo, bang! News alert! Ness's fight wasn't a win; it was a draw. Majority draw.
Sure.
It is.
Sure,
2 guys
sure.
picked a draw. 1 won it for Ness. That's a majority draw. Who doesn't know
Sure.
boxing?
Majority draw
That's majority
controversy.
draw. It's majority draw.
All the refs are here? All the judges?
Yes, he is. He's right here. He's saying it.
Oh, he
confirming
was
it.
all 3?
Oh,
He was all 3 now.
The card that I got to announce thing
Yo,
was like
you
a
know
bit-
what's funny though? I'm glad you bring that up.
I want to see all the other judges.
I'm glad you bring that up. I'm glad he brings up that they're doing a recount because we were discussing over dinner the fact that Guillermo Rigondeaux and Miguel Flores, was it? Chucky Flores.
Chucky.
Moses
Well, it's
Flores.
Moses Chucky Flores. That fight was at first Guillermo knocking him out. Then they reviewed the tape. Then it's Guillermo being disqualified for knocking him out after the bell. Then they further review after months, or a month at least, and they give both men a no contest. You being the referee of the Enrique fight, knowing now that Jose cheated to influence a disqualification because he was not as hurt, he acted.
One second. I see, for me,
How you gonna act?
I will not review things on evidence that you can't prove. Like, so for me, I see what I see one
Mitty.
time. I believe that it was a
Did
disqualification.
Jose get punched?
Hold on 1 second.
He did get punched.
Did he get punched while his defense was down?
He did.
Did he get punched while his
Watch your
eyesight was away from his fighter?
He did.
Did you warrant that the punch was hard enough that maybe you thought he was the fighter who might be in danger? To
Yeah,
continue?
I mean, there's that, and there's also the reaction of Jose and Jose's
His
corner.
initial-
They were very clear that, hey, they don't want to carry that on, and then that's it, you know.
Exactly. So he got influenced by the fucking corner.
This is not influence.
No. That's what you said. It was that and his corner. They were very mad. Man,
Well,
get
well
outta
very
here.
quickly, we've now brought Jose on.
It isn't
let me
gonna
tell
matter. I
you.
don't
Okay,
even know why
ladies
you
and
mic'd
gentlemen,
this
we
guy
have
up.
Jose
I
and
think we
Loco
heard enough of
Sanz
him
on the hot seat
during
of
dinner.
Coach Mitty.
Guys,
I don't think you
okay,
should.
well, I think I
I don't
should,
think you
'cause
should. I think he should be
participating in the
limited,
fight.
yo. You need
Okay.
to get by the button with this guy. We heard an hour and a half of him
Listen,
during
this
dinner.
is on the air. This is official right
It
now.
doesn't matter.
The truth is this: in a 3-round fight, when such a dramatic punch was given and it was a legal blow, I was at a severe disadvantage to carry over a 3-round fight. It's not fair. So the reality is that that blow was given to me. I was blinded by it. I didn't see it. It definitely caused damage, and it would have influenced the fight negatively for me. It could have caused me to lose the fight later on, and I wasn't in the best or in the circumstance to continue the way I should have been had that blow not been given to begin with. So it's not fair for me to have to carry out a fight when that shot could have influenced the decision of the fight and made me lose, potentially as a knockout. Who knows? Who the fuck knows? Honestly. The point is, Mitty thought he did what was right in the moment. He tried to protect a fighter. I don't see anything wrong with it. Well,
And
what
there's a clear foul. I don't understand what the argument on that disqualification is, but there's a clear foul. Now, I told Enrique before, like, I know that he didn't do that intentionally, but that doesn't change the fact that this is a clear foul. You get a man down, and you can't expect him to
Yo,
carry
your
on, right? So-
reasons are such bullshit. Like, so now what? So you can't just use the word foul and categorize every fucking foul because there was fouls throughout all fights,
You
but
can.
only on this foul, you
can't.
chose to disqualify
Because
someone
there's
without
there's an
warning.
impact.
Without warning.
How do you warn? Like, it's like you telling me like someone goes and shoots someone and say, "Oh, you killed him," but I should have warned him that you can't go and kill someone. You're talking nonsense.
I have no clue
Yeah.
what that analogy was even about. That
I'm
made
just
no
telling you, like,
sense.
if
here.
you go and commit a foul that is like strong enough to warrant a disqualification, you get a disqualification. You don't need to have a warning. Like,
Fouls are fouls.
what happened to? Why did Rigonda get disqualified when he allegedly punched after the bell? Did
Well,
get a
he
warning?
didn't. He didn't at first. Did you
didn't.
forget?
He didn't, because like the whole story that you said. But at the time, the ref thought that, hey, he saw that, and that's a disqualification. There is no warning.
Technically, he got the knockout. Remember? Then they reviewed the tape, took the knockout. Same with Rancy's Bartholomew.
No, you're wrong.
But-
though,
but
Ness.
with
The
Rancy's
bell-
versus
the bell
Argenis
rang.
Mendez.
No, they found
let's
it.
let's go with the Dirrell case then.
With Abraham?
No, like the
Or
first time.
With
Uzcategui.
Uzcategui?
Uzcategui.
Yeah, that's it.
Even that's a better example. We
Yeah.
brought it up in dinner. The fucking guy was cheating. His trainer was saying, "Yo, get on the floor." Same fucking.
Did they
shit.
change
but
the
that's not
results?
the point. The point that I'm saying.
What?
is
They
there's a
didn't.
foul,
The reason
there's
why they reversed
No,
the-
they ain't changed the results. You know what
Okay.
the ref said? Get the fuck up.
Okay, the
With
reason.
your storytelling
Okay,
ass.
listen.
That's what you was doing.
The reason why they reversed.
Outta here, bro.
They
Take the
reversed.
mic from this
no,
guy.
hold on. The reason
Nobody
why
wants to hear
Okay,
fucking-
Well, you know what? Let me explain.
You're
the
a
reason,
girl,
no,
bro.
No,
You're
listen,
a girl.
Listen, the reason
You
why
look for a way
the
out.
reason why
Pussy ass
hold
move.
on.
Get
the
the
reason
fuck outta
why they reversed the Rigondeaux decision
Nobody
was because
cares
in fact,
about you.
The rule was
No
Nobody
one
cares.
cares about
the bell
you.
had rung.
No
the
one
bell
cares.
had rung.
No
so
one
it was
cares.
a no decision.
No one cares.
They stopped the fight on a
Tell me the other
non-boxing
three
play.
excuses you came up during dinner.
Listen, the
Don't
tape-
matter what
the
I tell
tape-
you, bro.
Exactly. You
That
had
shit
like
was banter.
four. Yo, he said no. I felt that. You know why, Ness? I didn't get up because it was like I felt disrespected. Enrique weighed 30 pounds over. So why not fucking say something on Friday night at the weigh-in, or excuse me, Monday night at the weigh-in, bro? The man cheated.
No,
it's
I-
a blatant
How-
cheat.
how
and
can
it's
you cheat?
whack.
Did I ask
it's
him
whack
to hit
because
me?
we're friends.
Did I ask
we're
him to
all
hit
friends.
me?
That man flew from the East Coast. He
wish I
took
had a
off. You know
sound.
why he left today?
Hold on, gentlemen.
You know why he
Hold
left
on.
today?
Good cop. Good-
No, you know why he left today? Because he got to work tomorrow.
So?
He makes probably more than all of us a day per
So,
day, man. It's not fair for
Why?
you to do that shit.
Why? Because he makes more money?
No,
my
because
time
he
is
took
not
his
respect.
time.
So,
Just like everyone.
Okay,
Just
so
like
because
everyone.
he's rich,
You faked it. You
Jose,
faked
Jose,
it.
Jose,
You
let me
wasn't
jump in,
hurt.
let me jump
we
in,
had
let me jump in,
sympathy
let me
for
jump in.
someone who was hurt, not for a motherfucker that comes in here singing and dancing like a clown,
Okay.
faking it. That he got a fake fucking win,
I can
holding
do
a
what-
fake fucking title.
I can
You're
do
a
what I
fucking
want.
prankster,
No
fraud.
way.
Ness,
Fraud.
Ness. If Hasil, who was fouling you, which you've
Yes.
admitted, if he had punched you off of a clinch that was called break 3 times and
Obviously,
floored
I
you,
wasn't getting a DQ. I got the same foul 3 times. Bad analogy.
no, but
He got one
no,
foul and got a
no,
fucking
no.
You didn't
DQ.
get punched.
He got
No,
one
no.
foul and didn't get DQ.
And let's say you felt dazed.
I got punched.
Would
Fuck
you
talking
not
about?
take the
First minute,
DQ?
I showed you the tape and I showed my girl the tape. First minute, he got his fucking forearm on my throat, my whole back, and he hammer fists me. Fuck you talking
No,
about?
we're talking
Get
about
outta here,
the
bro.
Talking about
severity.
this.
Dog,
Talking
you
about this.
quit. You
No.
quit. Get someone else on here
Yo.
who wanted to fight
Listen,
and win.
listen.
Let's get someone
No.
who got up off the floor
Listen.
and continued the
Listen.
fight.
That's-
Not some fucking
that's your
duck.
perspective.
Quack.
That's your
Quack.
perspective. Bro,
Quack.
we determined that the fight was there. The punch was flush. The punch was blind. So like I said,
Tony was bleeding and he ain't
it
quit.
doesn't
Get him
matter.
over here.
The
Get
punch,
him over here.
The punch was flush. The punch was blind. The punch was after the break.
Koala.
So you...
Jose,
His fucking,
Jose.
his fucking
I-
knees
He's not
probably-
letting me say
I-
my
I
game.
understand.
His knees
I
probably
understand your
broke and
point.
He didn't quit.
Okay, but
he's walking around in a fucking wheelchair.
You're
at dinner.
not listening
Baby,
to what I'm
you're a
saying.
baby.
Okay, I got
You're
the
a
punch.
baby.
The punch was flush. The punch was hard. The punch was deliberate, and the punch was after the break.
No, you know what was deliberate? Your actions.
Okay.
Your
so you-
actions
okay,
were deliberate.
so-
Fuck out of here.
So like I'm saying,
Fuck out of here. You felt that punch. You was like, fuck this shit. He gonna hit me with this again.
Okay.
And it's gonna count.
Okay.
I'm out of here.
so if he hit me with an illegal punch, and you said
No
that
glory.
I felt it,
No glory for you.
And you
Come
said-
to Calgary, got no glory.
and you said
Calgary,
I
my
felt
ass.
it. If
No
you said I
glory.
felt it,
No
then
glory.
Why
Jose,
Why do you not agree with that? That it's an illegal. It's a disadvantage.
No
Ness,
glory.
Ness, Jose, hold on. Let me mediate very quickly. We have to get to other fighters.
Because
we
you
have
know
so many
why?
other fighters
Because
on
you
the call.
fooled me. On the ride home, it's even recorded. I'm
Ness,
like, yo, I'm not him. I'm not going to say shit. I couldn't feel that shot. But damn, I would have at least said, you know what, Mitty? Let me be the main event now. Let 2 more fights go. Let me see how I feel.
Does
Not
that make
fucking
sense
pull
to
a
you?
fight.
So I'm gonna come back
Get
a
your
whole
baby out. Get out the
way,
seat.
man. No
Put a
way.
real fighter there. You're not a fighter.
No,
You're
I'm
not a fighter.
Wake
Get
up, bro.
Get
I'm
up.
not a fighter.
Get up.
That's what I'm saying.
Get up. You only put the clothes on like
this
one.
This is entertainment.
Get out of here.
This is entertainment.
Get
I'm
outta
not about
here.
to fight a fucking cheater. A guy who doesn't follow fucking rules.
You cheated.
No, he
Gentlemen.
fucking cheated.
No, he followed the
showed up
rules.
Fat.
He
showed
followed
up
the rules.
overweight.
You could
He
have canceled the
fucking
fight.
hit me.
Why you
He
didn't
fucking-
cancel?
He fucking
Why
hit
you
me
didn't
Because
cancel?
you know what? I gave him the benefit of the doubt. That
No,
fucker
you didn't
cheated.
fucking
He
cancel.
cheated.
You didn't fucking cancel on
He
Monday
cheated.
because
He
you thought you
cheated.
could win.
He gave me a cheap
You
shot.
thought you could
He was
win.
gonna hit me in the balls. He was gonna do whatever. You know what? Because you know what? I beat him once. I beat him again. I'll beat him whenever, man.
Yeah,
Fucking
right.
cheater. That's
Yeah,
all it is.
right.
Cheater, pumpkin
Jose,
eater.
Jose.
Yeah, he
Thank you, Jose. Thank you. Mitty, if you want, you can leave as well. If you want another fighter, take
Thank
the.
you.
Thank you for your time.
No problem.
Thank you for coming on, Mitty.
We can have 2 more fighters on the hot seat if we want to take like a guys that have fought each other, like maybe like a.
Sal and fucking
Oh,
Tony.
Sal and Tony, get up. Whoa, Mitty.
Mitty's hitting after the bell, guys.
Yo, he's always hitting after the bell. Pick a chair,
Yo,
pick a
don't
mic.
warn him. Don't warn him. Disqualify him.
DQ.
Where's Tony at? Tony,
Dairy Queen?
Tony, come on. Well, we can find one for you. We'll find one.
They're gonna-
Someone get the bottle opener.
Pop a Modelo.
Yes. Make sure you talk into that mic, gentlemen. Right there.
Yo, look,
Yeah,
now
loud.
you
Make
know
sure you're
what's
loud.
going
You're
on.
loud.
Jose is the worst.
Now,
Ness, let's move away from Jose
we have a
because
battle going
he's
on
wearing
inside
a
right
half
now,
plaid,
still.
a quarter plaid shirt. Okay,
Jose
like
Sanz hitting after the bell.
we can move on because we had a great fight in the co-main event here.
A real fight.
A real fight.
This was-
Fight that Mitty said, hey, both guys could be amateurs.
Yes.
Like I said, this was one of the
Showed
fights that
tremendous
was,
skill.
One of Coach Mitty's top 3 fights. You know, him being up and close and personal with all the fights because he was refereeing them. This was one of his top 3, and you know, you guys really went at it, man. Tell us about the feeling and what you guys experienced in there going hard.
It was never personal. At first,
Yeah, you guys are riding
Bullshit.
together. You guys were carpooling.
Bullshit.
No, they were
Fuck
carpooling.
you,
They were
hold on,
carpooling together.
Hold on, fuck you.
That was at the end. They
At
became
first-
friends.
At first, we were going at each other.
Yeah.
Yeah,
all
you
on
guys were.
Patreon.
Yeah, you guys were.
Patreon, whatever the fuck it was.
That shit was
we were
hilarious.
going
It was a
at
good
each
build-up.
other.
That shit was hilarious.
And we got at each other. But throughout the whole experience, it was 6 months to get ready for this event.
Yeah.
Right? And in that time, we chatted in between each other. We talked about other fighters. We talked about what we're doing. And we,
Oh, now they're BFFs. That's cute.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
cute, guys.
yeah,
They're
They-
besties.
they-
They're besties.
They go to the mall together and shit. That's so cute.
Mickey Ward. This is like Mickey Ward and God.
Yo, they get ice cream together, man. They get ice cream together. It's
Hey.
cute.
Yo,
But
no.
we
You
didn't
know
back
what's
away,
funny?
though.
You guys go to the movies
we
together?
Didn't back away though.
Yo.
We still through.
No, hell yeah.
We
You ain't
still
do.
through.
They ain't do no fucking love taps like Jose.
No, fuck that.
No, these guys were going hard, man.
Yeah, they were.
So yeah, that was pretty much the whole 6 months. Is that the first part of it? We were going at each other, then we slowly started talking, and then throughout the rest of the event, we actually kind of formed a bond. Like you guys are right.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's so
besties,
sweet.
whatever.
Oh.
Whatever the fuck it was.
This is the flip side.
Yo,
Nah,
but
but that's-
hold on,
yo,
very
but
quickly.
that's-
Hold on, very quickly.
Hey,
No, that's
surprise.
the
Sal
cool-
Sal has not reaffirmed that, so it may be a one-way
Yo,
street.
Sal,
It may
Sal
be a
over there
one-way
like, yo,
street.
he think I'm his best friend.
I want a rematch.
No, Sal said they got to build it up.
Hey,
Sal
I
said they
said
got
we
to
could
build
run
it up.
back whenever. We already talked about that shit.
Yeah, but Sal already said he building it up. You got to build it up.
Tony's the homie, bro. Yeah, he's a homie. I can see him. I can see me talking to him throughout all this when it's all done. He's a cool guy.
Now think about how much weight did you lose exactly?
No, Sal, 46 pounds, right?
46
Yeah,
pounds.
yeah.
Any weight loss on your behalf, Tony?
No, I maintained pretty much. When I did start eating clean, I started losing weight quick.
But what was your start?
I started at around 168.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so all I really did was
Work out.
run a couple times, and I was like, wait. and I pretty much maintained. And when I started eating clean, I got underweight, and I decided to choose the boxing part over the
running,
working out, the
push-ups,
lifting, all that other shit. And so, I mean, that's the path I chose.
So Sal, how did you feel coming in? You're like the biggest loser, you know what I'm saying? In the sense that you lost the most weight out of the TBV Border Wars. And how did you feel coming in? I mean, I know that sometimes losing a lot of weight fast kind of affect you.
Here he goes. You had to go down that road.
I mean, I had to. I gotta ask.
No. The man lost 46 pounds. He did what you didn't want to do.
I'm still
and here
getting
you
lashed.
are. He's trying to put the narrative out there.
Oh.
No, because you're trying to put the narrative that you came down. How do you feel?
Listen, it's a
He
good
feels
question.
fucking great.
Sal's the
fucking
guy
won.
you could have been.
Yeah, that's what a winner looks like.
Listen,
Soak it in. And maybe the only time you ever see it.
You don't know what it is to make weight because you can't.
I did make weight. You didn't make weight.
Yeah.
You didn't make weight.
You running 2 miles in the morning.
Hey, I had to cut weight, homie.
All
You
right.
didn't cut the weight.
All right.
You were eating donuts beforehand.
Now back to Sal. Now how did you?
Yeah,
feel
back to
seriously?
Sal quickly, huh?
He seems like he felt fresh to
I'm
me.
asking him. You guys keep answering for him.
We're rubbing it in.
I felt good, man. I had a good coach, bro, and he knows a little bit of everything. So I lost pure body fat. You know what I mean? So it
A
wasn't
little bit of
something-
everything. What exactly is that? When he was like a nutritionist, he knew
like
about dieting. what?
yeah, he knows a little bit of everything. The town I come from is real small, so it's kind of like there's not like a legit just one-sided boxing gym. So
Okay.
it's like they took for a gym to survive like that, they need to teach a little everything and stuff. So
Okay.
he knew a little bit of everything, man, and he kind of just he knew how to get me into shape and get me into shape the right way. I was always into sports and stuff like that when I was younger in high school, so it was just all, you know what I mean, all fat, and I had my muscles still underneath. So
Okay, so you felt strong. You're saying you felt strong.
yeah, I
right?
felt real strong. I felt like I had my power even when I was in my sparring leading up and stuff. I heard guys like, yeah, I felt real good
Now, how
going
much
into the
sparring
fight.
were you getting? Because you know we have Mr. 280 over here, Mr. Fern. You know with the impressive number. But
No, he
you
got
know,
the data sheet.
I know, and we saw it.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
just crazy,
Real
man.
deal.
Yeah,
That's some Rain Man shit.
Yeah. I probably didn't get nowhere near 280, but I'm sure I clocked in at least 100 rounds of sparring.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so
wow.
it was
Kudos to
some
you,
real
man.
guys. Yeah.
Kudos to you. Listen, this is the hard work that was put by many of the guys in this series that's become a sort of a way for guys to get in shape with the sport that they love and they critique so much, right, Ness?
I didn't hear anything besides weight.
that you didn't make.
I'm still getting lashed by these two.
I
guys.
just
But Tony, you didn't lose any weight.
No, not at all.
You pretty much. I
but
mean,
he lost.
He did lose. But how did you feel in there?
No, I felt good. I felt like if we would have done the three-minute rounds, it could have been a different story.
We heard this talk at the table during
Because-
dinner time.
I like that 3-minute round talk.
Yeah.
Because
I mean, is that a mistake that a lot of guys might have made? Maybe train for these 3 rounds so hardly, thinking that they were going to get more gas for the 2, but they should have been training for the 2.
I think that
maybe
I
that's
think that after having 2 events now, you have to put that clock to 2 minutes.
Yeah.
You can't be over there
It
training for
pushes
3.
the pace.
Yeah,
It pushes
You
the
can't
pace.
be over there training for 3
Pushes
and then
the
come
pace
fight for
right
2.
there.
It's a very
impossible.
different fight. It's a
That's
completely
the
different fight.
main thing I realized
Different
about
fight.
myself is that I didn't push the pace as soon as it started.
Yeah.
Cell brought it.
Yeah.
You guys all saw that. Cell brought it. I'll be the first one to admit that. He pieced me
yeah.
up.
First
That
round. First round was
He
yeah.
pieced me up.
That first round was beautiful.
And
Beautiful.
Yeah, but so if it was a three-minute round, I felt like I could.
But listen, it wasn't all Sal. Like you had some spots in the first, but he did good work.
No,
he was excited.
I'm telling it from my part is that he laid it on me.
Yeah, no.
And I'll admit that.
Training for those 3-minute rounds. Do you feel like it affected the pace, like you said? The 2 minutes would have been a faster pace if you would have been
Well,
training.
yeah, because mentally, like I started off, a little bit more relaxed, and I thought maybe it showed after that first round.
And let me tell you, some guys.
And then after the first round, I felt like it.
You warmed up.
The fight changed, because I adapted. I felt like afterwards, and it changed the fight.
I got
And
some.
a lot of people couldn't do that. I felt like it.
I mean, you definitely, you know, one thing that I got to tell you, you know, there's some guys that start out fast, right, Ness? There's some guys that take a little bit of time to actually start picking up the pace. Do you feel like you may be one of those guys that maybe takes a little time to get, you know?
It takes me about a round and a half to really get going.
You know, at the end of the third round, I started to wonder if that was your game plan. To like come on late,
yeah,
because of the way you was doing the body work. But I just think you waited too long to do that.
No,
I know some people think
I feel like I did because I felt at midway through the second round is when I started coming on really strong. That's when I felt like I started doing my best work.
Now, Sal, in the late rounds, you know what I mean, which is the last of the second and the third.
Call them gas.
I mean, we saw you dig deep. You know what I mean? Because you know Tony by that time has gained some steam. You know, and he was really jumping on you. I mean, what is it that mentally you had to do? You know,
we win rounds, not fights. Tell him, Sal.
You had to
win, bro. Win. I knew. I felt confident. I felt confident for 2. I felt confident under 2. You know what I mean? I know the second one was close, but in my head during the fight, I felt like I don't know if it was because Ness was on the side yelling saying you got 2 in the bag.
Hell
but you know what I mean? Like
giving this fighter confidence, right?
In my opinion, he had them 2 in the bag.
He was all over it.
He was pretty much halfway in the ring.
Yo, Ness's yelling, like, I think changed half of the judges' scorecard.
Nah, you gotta get out
Just being honest. Just being honest.
Mitty
You gotta get out of here with that shit.
Mitty said he added 2-0 for Sal too.
Yeah, he
you
did.
Gotta get out of here. You gotta give me my credit, dude. Shit.
But back to what we were saying, Sal. Like, well, what exactly? What did you feel? What did you have to dig in? How deep you had to dig in to stay in there? Because Tony started to get some steam on you, and the body shots looked to have some effect. I mean, you tell us what was going on in your mind.
Yeah, definitely. He surprised me. I honestly didn't think he was gonna carry Pop in his right hand as much as he did, and he was fucking quick with his 1-2. Because I've never been like his 1-2 was real like a flash. You know what I'm saying? Like I am gonna give him credit for that. And for the fact that he threw the 1-2 so quick, it opened up a lot more for him to go to my body. And when he threw the body shots, I did feel him, man. It was a really good fight. Like I'm saying, I'm my worst critic. So when I look back at my own fight, I seen plenty of things that I said, man, I shouldn't have done this. Like the first round, like I dominated, but then if I used half of that energy when I was trying to like, you know, showboat like an idiot, like, and applied it for the second round.
We did see that.
Round,
we did
you know
see you kind of
a lot of showboating.
I got yelled at for telling him not to showboat.
It wasn't even so much showboating. I was just like emotion, bro. Because I was going,
energy.
I was doing it, and it was stupid, but it was like emotion. Because like I'm saying, like through this whole process, like I think people gained to like me. Because like through Patreon, me making vlogs and all that, they just like me as a person. But I honestly felt like a lot of people in the back of their minds had me like as an underdog.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So
when odds came out, you were a dog.
Yeah.
He still was. He still was.
I was officially an underdog on the thing.
Yeah, you were like a plus 140 underdog.
So,
very close. Very close.
Very close fight. So
I mean, what
Anthony and fucking Chris, they had that at even. That was and
that was accurate.
That ended up being accurate.
Though.
Yeah, no, that's
spot on.
Because it could have gone either way.
It ended up being that odd maker was perfect. He had
shout out to Pittsburgh Brew.
Him was all right. It was only 3.
Pittsburgh Brew was on the money here, bro.
On
damn.
that fucking money. He even had just shit. He had you as a
like a plus 400. Yo, you're like a 4-1 underdog.
Hey, Mitty, Bruce had you winning on this.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
He had Coach Mitty.
I know. Plus 400 means underdog.
That's crazy, dog.
Now,
how you was even the fucking.
Yo, how you on the panel?
Even on the line, they had you.
Why are you wearing a beanie indoors? Take it off.
Yo.
Take the sunglasses off.
Yo, how's that extra 20 pounds? My sunglasses aren't on. Shut the fuck up,
listen,
Sal.
guys.
So listen.
It was a hell of a fight.
Sal, what's next, man? That's what the world want to know.
Yeah, who's on the radar?
Are you going to maintain this weight the way that Tony said he's been maintaining? Or are you going to kick back and do what fighters do? Maybe take a vacation and see where you fall? Or you gonna what's up? What's next?
I mean, immediately what's next is basically I'm thinking about getting back, taking a vacation with my family and stuff, taking my kids out to go camping, something like that. But, I mean, then as soon as Border Wars comes back, then, yeah, man, I mean, I am Mexican, so anybody can get it. It don't matter.
Aquí está tu gallo.
Oh.
That's what it was.
Bro. No one backed away from each other.
No,
We were
for
in each
sure.
other's faces.
That's really what it was. man.
Listen, that was
We
fight of
brought
the
it.
night. That
We
could have
brought
been
it,
fight
bro.
of the night. It's
If
like
it
3.
wasn't- I felt like if it wasn't for Anthony throwing that fucking explosive right hand,
That
we would've
KO
got
punch.
fight of the night.
That KO punch.
definitely-
man.
fucking
Because
spoiled.
Yo,
right
that was
hand, bro,
fatality.
Oh my God, let me tell you,
This
bro.
isn't
Yo, but
spoiler,
Chris
this is
got up.
after.
That's what I'm saying.
I looked at Ness. I was like, "Holy shit, what the fuck?"
But
just
that's
happened,
why
bro?
I'm so mad at Jose, because Chris got up after that knockdown. We thought he was dead. He got up. He got up.
Yeah,
Because
but
fighters. Oh, his name. Yeah, fuck. It is Eric.
That's 'cause he's Garcia, bro.
Yeah, his brother's Chris.
I felt like our fight was a lot more technical and looked nice because I was watching. No, that's nothing against it. 'Cause that's nothing against
Yo,
it. Who don't
Damn.
like, bro?
Sal-
Sal's always
listen.
taking shots.
Yo,
Nah,
Sal want
nah,
all
not
the credit.
even.
Earlier, he was
Nah.
like, yo,
The guys
yo,
look
I
like
know,
they had an amateur
yo,
fight.
yo, Sal said, look, Sal said, I know Santiago lost a lot of weight, but yo, I lost weight and I improved. He won most
Hey, I want my credit.
That was the thing. That first round is that he threw me off with his countering because I didn't see that shit. in
Yeah,
his fucking
bro,
film.
that fucking left hook.
That shit,
crazy.
that shit threw me off. And I'll admit
it was
that.
coming quick.
I will admit that. And
coming
he's
quick,
fast. He's got fast hands.
I got to see it on tape because I thought it was jab and then the hook. He said he
I
was
felt-
jabbing, stepping back, then hooking.
No, I left my
was
jab.
feeling- I was feeling
I
the
came in,
straight
come back, and
punches
just
more
use
than
leverage.
because I never really felt a left hook because I felt like I was blocking it.
Oh, we
But
got
I
to see.
felt like it was more straight punches after he was blocking it. He was just coming
It
through
was the
quick.
straight punches
It was
coming
the-
in.
yeah,
You were
straight
extending your
punches.
jab a lot more than he did.
Yeah.
You know, you were fully extending yourself out.
Yeah. Once you said that, I kind of realized why I was able to counter his jab because I was going over top of his jab because it only came in so much.
It was
that I kind
forward.
of just I came up and was able to extend over his jab. Yeah, definitely.
The
But,
beginning, it was that jab, and even in the later rounds, you were landing that jab because of that extension.
yeah.
So, Tony, what's next for you? Are you going to be like
Tony-
Enrique and make a bunch of videos saying you want a rematch, or are you going to move on and try to earn a rematch?
I told Sal we could run it back. I told him we could run it back.
But the loser always says we could run it back.
no, of course.
It's the A side they got to decide.
If he was to take the L, I would expect him to want to run it back.
Oh, that's what losers say to get the rematch.
well, I told him.
But here it is, though. I can move down. I can lose weight because
Yeah, you know
right
what?
now, here's the thing with me.
Who's
is
looking
that
like food down low?
I maintained my weight, and I felt like I didn't get in the best shape that I could have gotten if I really was to take it serious because I was eating like shit just
But-
to maintain the weight.
But who you looking at in the lower divisions?
There's a lot of people in that.
Oh,
There's what Fern. I mean,
Fern, Mr. 280.
You could go lower,
yeah, I could go lower.
but I don't know if that's
But
healthy.
holy shit, that's
How
a
much
major
lower?
weight cut.
How much
Yeah.
lower to you?
165.
I ain't saying me.
Man, don't do
I ain't
that.
saying me.
I could
There's
do
a
that.
there's a
By the way,
champion.
I could do
There's a
that.
champion you could
There's
get,
a champion. There's Warren.
and he walks around 140,
I also
142.
called out-
I want to say.
I also called out. Who was it? Canadian Jose.
Jose don't want that smoke. Jose don't want that
You
smoke.
were calling everybody out,
Yeah,
bro.
but
Everybody at the dinner table.
But I said I would have made. I could make a catch weight at 170, 175 because I've been up to that weight.
Eat a whole lot of
I could go
cheeseburgers.
up or I could go
So
down.
basically, he's looking for a fight. It doesn't matter the division.
matter.
We got a fighter here.
He wants a
doesn't
fight.
matter.
He wants a fight.
mean, you guys-
Oh wait, Fugatti.
Oh.
He was supposed to make.
Uh,
He was
standing-
supposed to make his debut for the next Border Wars allegedly.
Because look,
maybe.
I'll tell it like it is. Sal
a Texas
hurt,
boy,
Sal
too.
hurt people in sparring, in training.
I like how you're looking at me. I like how you're looking at me when you say
Whoa,
that.
wait, yeah. Well, what do we? Who did he hurt exactly?
He hurt Matt.
He hurt Matt.
I'm sure.
I heard a
in
lot
his
of people,
camp,
bro.
I
He
sure-
hurt
I've heard a lot
Matt.
of
Body
people.
body shots
And
all
I
day.
can
heard a lot of
tell-
people.
and
He
I
did not
can
hit
tell
with the
by
body
the
shot.
look in Sal's
was
face
Chris.
that he was surprised that I was taking his punches to just keep coming forward.
Yep.
Because you can see that shit. You can see that shit in anyone, even when they do get tired. Like you could just see all that shit.
No, listen, it was a great matchup, and it was a back and
It was
forth,
even.
and you, so, you know, maybe I was looking at through biased eyes too, right now. You know what I mean? You were rooting for Sal, I was rooting for Tony. Nonetheless, man.
I mean, the tape's gonna be out. Everybody will get to view it.
Yes. By the time you listen to this show, the tape is already out. So
Yeah,
you probably
you guys will
already
get to
seen it.
critique it. Nonetheless, though, it was a great fight. You guys gave it your all.
I'm excited
You put a
to
lot
watch
of effort
them all,
into what
bro.
Oh,
you
hell
did.
yeah.
Cause I know. Look, I could be saying something right now I know how it is. That's why I always prefer to watch fights on tape, on
Agreed.
camera.
It's better. It's easier.
Yeah, on video anyway. It's better on television. So,
Well, Sal, Tony, thank you for the amazing co-main event.
Yeah.
Obviously a contender for Fight of the Night. It may not win that, but definitely a contender for it. Thank you for your time. Let's get
And
somebody else in
Sal's
the
an
hot seat.
obvious candidate for most improved.
Obvious candidate. If not the winner. If not that right. If not
biggest
that
loser
winner.
or winner?
I guess we're gonna call it biggest
no.
loser, right?
I have to be biggest
yeah.
winner then, man.
Biggest
really. You're winning
loser
or not losing the
and
money.
winner.
You're
winning. You're
Yeah,
winning regardless.
Who's up? Who's up? Who's up?
Well, let's get
Koala and Fern?
And Fern.
Let's
get
do that.
Koala
Let's
and Fern on the hot
Daddy is
seat.
not here, and Aaron is not here.
Oh. Watch out, gentlemen.
And
Give me 1 second.
Eric is not here. Well, we might as well do the fighters that are. The pairs or whatever.
If you want, you can stay right there, Koala. Hey, Koala, I can probably get the mic to you if you want. Let me try to do that. I can edit this out.
Damn, I ain't gonna be able to see the koala bear face. Where he at?
You guys gotta roll the koala in with this.
Get his wheelchair.
Damn, my main man came.
That shit ain't reaching.
It's 8 meters long.
8 meters.
Yo, I'm sorry that most of the world uses the fucking metric system. Boom, I was right. I was right. See those 8 meters right there.
Boom. The koala bear from Texas.
Let's hear it.
And
So
the
how we starting this
and
one?
Miss-
man?
Yes, we're back.
280.
We're back. Yes, we have Fern
yes,
versus
yes.
Kevin. Post-fight interviews. Man, I just want to say, first off, there was an injury in this fight, so that does sort of hamper, I think, some sort of the finish in a sense. But not to diminish what Fern did. Fern looked arguably, even though Sal wants credit for most improved.
That is true, right? We got to remember Fern.
Fern arguably won most improved. You know,
I mean, and if you think about it, Fern could make a better case than Sal simply because
he worked more than
Sal
him.
maybe lost his composure and gassed out, where Fern had 3. Well, you stopped him. He didn't even go 3 rounds. And
Stopped him in the
Sal
second,
went 3.
right? And Kevin.
Oh my God! Someone said
Kevin,
something about the injury. I mean, the injury was caused during the fight.
It was definitely caused during
That's
the
like-
fight.
it was
That's
definitely.
like-
It wasn't like it was an
people
injury
would say-
coming into the fight. Obviously,
Yeah,
yeah.
it wasn't an injury coming
Yeah.
to the
He smoked
fight.
his eyes. Like,
Yeah, and Kevin injured his knee. You know, Kevin obviously get
Now-
healthy. You
now,
know,
guys,
obviously.
in the
Best
in the
wishes.
beginning of the fight, I was actually wrapping somebody up, getting them ready for the next fight. You guys probably got a better.
Oh,
view of the
I was
fight.
cornering Fern.
You
I
were
believe.
cornering Fern. So, what exactly, out of those Mr. 280 rounds that he's put in, showed in the fight? What did you see? Your friend Fern here doing?
He showed great boxing skill.
The jab,
Yeah.
the right hand.
Right
Oh
hand.
my goodness. But overall, just like distance awareness, that was a big thing for him. Like I was always worried about Fern getting sucked into a war, and Kevin actually almost got him into a war. Kevin was landing some bombs early.
I heard
And-
Koala had some shots that
He did
came
early.
in the beginning.
Definitely early. He did before the knee injury. He definitely did. I think Fern was still winning, but Kevin definitely got some shots in, and Fern was just able to keep his composure, able to keep his boxing
composure.
skill.
Now, do you think that you could, credit that to those rounds that you've been putting in? That those shots that you might have taken during sparring. I mean, could you tell us something about that?
Yeah, I couldn't. I'll be honest. I couldn't take those early on when we started. When there's footage when you were getting ready for nurse.
Yeah, there's
Jack.
footage that was never released, but there's definitely footage of like me stopping you like within 2 rounds.
There's footage of Matt kind of getting the better of me for sure. I don't, just clearly just getting the better of me. That changed. I hit. Shout out
We
to
know
Gold's
that.
Gym. Yeah.
Shout out to who?
Gold's Gym.
Gold's Gym.
I didn't think I'd get work there, but it's the only.
There's some good
gym
work there
in LA that has a ring, and where there's a ring, there's a lot of fighters, and they were swarming there. MMA fighters, amateur
Was it
and pro
intimidating?
boxers. It was at first. I don't fight.
And you would go with your girl.
My girl would give me.
That had to be more intimidating.
My girl, I know she said she wasn't watching, but I know she, you know, kind of
She always was
rub her
watching.
neck a little. She'd be watching because, yeah, she'd be watching. She's just curious, but she wouldn't let it be known. She'd give me my space. You know, I'd get my work in. She'd get her work in Monday through Friday. We get to the gym around 7, leave around 11.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's work. Koala, hold on. Koala hearing the amount of rounds and work that he put in, not himself, but also with his wife, are you now
Girlfriend.
maybe second guessing that you should have worked a little harder?
Yeah, I mean, I should have worked harder, but of course of family obligations and, you know, just being able to find sparring partners is kind of hard. But, you know, that's not an excuse. I did see a lot of improvement from Fern from the beginning videos.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think I took probably, you know, what should I say?
Took him,
For
underestimated him?
Maybe underestimate him just a tad bit, you know. Just from the early
Which happens a
videos.
lot in this sport.
Yeah.
But, you know, those 290 rounds, you know, they showed, you know, so.
And Kevin,
Now,
go right. No, you know, we spoke about these hard shots, and then you know you were able to land on Fern. At any chance, did you feel like you actually had him hurt?
He said he felt the shots. I think my plan in the beginning was to feel his shots, and then in the second round, that's when I was planning on turning it on. So I just wanted to feel the power that he had initially, which probably was a mistake in the beginning, you know, going in. Because he did have a little power. I was surprised by some of his power. But it wasn't anything that would have overwhelmed me. It wouldn't have hurt me. So
You looked quite hurt.
Oh.
Now, speaking about the hurt.
He looked hurt.
There's a few right hands.
Well,
I mean, Kevin, I have to
three right hand
admit.
series. I need to ask what happened if you weren't hurt.
that was a good three punches I felt, but it didn't hurt me though. It stunned me, but not
Stunned him. Did it? Yes, I figured it's you know. It's
There is a difference. There is.
Now, are you? And I hate for all my questions to come from here, but are you kicking yourself because there was that time where you landed a big right hand? I thought Fern was obviously hurt, or at least his action completely stopped, but you didn't jump on him.
Yeah, I mean, I probably could have kept pushing, but you know, that was something I didn't notice at the time. So I probably felt I hurt him at that time, or he felt the shot, but I didn't keep pushing on it. So that was my
Definitely felt the shot.
Yeah, that was my.
Was I hurt? Maybe after 3 or more, but I wasn't hurt. But I felt the shot. Respected the power.
Yeah.
For sure.
So Koala, what's next? I mean, you didn't get the win you thought you would get. Your other 2 teammates come home with the win. I heard rumors of you possibly going down, which is funny to me because you're looking to go down, but you said that you didn't get hurt.
I mean, I think the height difference was probably the major.
We have to say that you were significantly shorter than Fern, and maybe that's why those punches. Well, you would figure they're hurting because he's punching down.
Punching down.
Yeah,
so,
just
he's
physics.
working with gravity instead of against gravity.
So what's it gonna be? You staying at this weight? Are you thinking of moving down, or is it over? Hanging up the gloves? What's going on?
I mean, there's potential for me to stay around. I could possibly maybe do a rematch with Fern. Maybe if I get some more, more sparring in, more experience. Hey, maybe I'll do another rematch with Fern, or I can move down possibly. I lost 20 pounds in this whole little experience.
Good for you.
Yeah, it was.
That's good.
Really good. That's really good.
And initially, this is what it was. You know what I mean? This is always geared towards guys trying to get
healthy,
getting healthy, getting off the couch, doing something about their
and
health.
not just being a critic though. That's what it was about.
Yes,
and
experiencing what it's like for the boxers we all love to watch go through, and it's just a minor little element of what the boxers we love go through. What a Thurman, what a Wilder, what all these guys go through.
It wasn't easy. It felt like a second job.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Speak on
it
that
is.
because we've been asking that a lot. And I'm real curious about that.
A lot of disappointment too, like when you can't make it, right? I mean, you sound like you didn't miss at all, but like when I couldn't make it, it bothered me.
When you couldn't make the gym, that it definitely bothered me. I felt like I didn't work that day.
2 weeks out, I got sick. I got hit with a cold.
Yeah, you
I don't
did.
miss work. I don't miss work. That put me out. I mean, I missed the gym time, and I was getting worried of this shit. This is peak time where I need to actually get it in. But yeah, I mean, I recently, like I said, throughout this experience, I got a promotion. Life-changing things.
Congrats.
Thank you. And then adding on Border Wars and doing that, and it was difficult because I work in Burbank. The gym's in downtown, or sometimes it was at the Rock and Carson.
And for those that aren't in LA, that's like an hour drive.
It's about an hour drive
without
LA
traffic. Without traffic.
Headaches, traffic too, I
So
imagine.
you definitely have to be disciplined when doing this. I mean, mental discipline that you want to do this. I mean, a lot of it was, and we were talking outside when we were having our session outside.
Smoke session.
Smoke session.
Shout out 420.
Yeah, shout out to that Cali bud. But we were talking that you just have to be mentally focused to go, and you just have. It was just hard. It was hard. There was days where I felt like, damn, this is a fucking part-time job. Like I'm not making money out of it, but I was seeing the results. I was getting better.
Now, physically, not to interrupt you, but physically, we know that you've always been a thin guy, pretty much in shape. But how much more in shape do you feel because of it?
I feel a lot in shape. It's funny because
he has abs now, man.
Yeah, we saw that at the
Yo,
weigh-in.
he was Nate Diaz, fat, skinny like me, man. Now he has abs, man.
I compare it to that movie Paul, that alien.
Yes.
Skinny with the little.
You were like the Mexican version of that.
And it was only not Mexican, Salvadorian, but
same
thing. Same thing, right?
Same thing.
But yeah, so my girl actually told me that like months ago, like you look like kind of like Paul, and then this came up. So this, my boxing and then Boxing Voice actually is what got me more into boxing. Oh, there's a community out here for people like myself that don't actually talk boxing with others as big as LA is, right? You would think there's a lot of people you can talk boxing with, but then I found you guys right after Marquez, slept Pacquiao, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I was like, okay, this is a good show.
And then years later, you show up on a exhibition Biggest Losers version of boxing on a card.
Well, remember, years later, we meet up in Vegas.
Yeah.
That's where it all started, at least for the West, where the presence started in the West. And then New York is what sealed the deal. And I was like, you know what, let me get involved in
and for those listening right now that haven't been at Appreciation Night or a Border Wars event, like Fugatti's here. We're going to get to Fugatti eventually. It's going to be a long podcast.
I know.
But Fugatti showed up. He has no fight. He just showed up just to experience the event.
Ended up being a judge.
And sort of be like a pseudo appreciation night.
Now we gonna kill him though. He's changing cards.
And definitely if you haven't been to those events yet, show up to one. It's gonna be the best event you can ever go to as a boxing fan. I can guarantee it.
It's amazing. I mean, I 100% agree. I mean, I didn't know Matt. I didn't know Santiago. I just knew the voices. And I knew that some of these guys were from L.A. or around the area and they were going to be there. I just wanted to put, the faces
to the voices.
I met them and, we clicked and here we are, Border Wars.
Year and a half later, man.
Year and a half later.
And going back to all the effort that it took, all the stuff that you had, the adversities and and the pains and the toils that it comes with training, right?
Definitely.
To give you a better perspective on what the actual fighters go through now. I know a lot of us love to critique the fighters. We like to say, "Hey, man, you could have done better. You could have done this. You could have done that." How do you feel about it now? Now that you've actually gone through a camp,
it's not easy, and I can tell you with 100% confidence that they don't go in there 100%.
No.
Did
you experience nicks, injuries?
I did. I had an injured right hand, actually. I was doing mitts with this guy that was about 215, and he was,
slapping you down,
slapping him hard. And then actually, in one of the sequences I hit, it bent my actual wrist. And
I'm not a big fan of meat and punches. I actually just let you punch the mitt.
I was getting help from whoever, just taking it all in.
Now, very quickly, just to expedite this show, because we do have a lot of people to get to. What's next for you, Fern? And then Kevin, what is next for you? And then we're gonna go to
shout out to.
Oh, that's right. Kevin did say.
And Kevin, I know you got
You got twins.
Twins on
now.
the way. You faced your own adversities. You faced your own.
You were going to the gym at 1 a.m. So salute to you, man. That does take dedication and hard work.
It's difficult.
That's hard.
No joke.
That's hard.
So
what's next for you, Fern? What's next for you?
You know, I mean,
Are you done? Or was this the one-time thing, or do you want another fight? Do you feel the itch?
I feel the itch. I'm not gonna front. I feel the itch. I want to get back in there ASAP. Actually, my
Yo, Fugatti, we're watching you, baby. Border Wars 3.
Shout out to my 2 lead sparring partners. Actually, which is boys with Steven Calderon, which we just small ass world,
MIA.
Man. Yeah, MIA. But we met up with him, and it was like, oh, I know this guy, Steven Calderon, and then we clicked. He started training me. Here we are.
Nice.
But the dude that was with me today, his name is Adrian. Shout out to him. 10-year vet of the amateur game.
Nice.
Good guy. 10 years.
Yeah, man, he's a real good guy. Got me into what I am today. But yeah, I do have that itch, and my lady's like, I don't know. Throughout my life, I've had 3 concussions, so I don't know if continuing on with this would be good. But I feel fine. I feel like I've been okay. Everything's been safe.
Yeah, you haven't had any bad things happen.
No.
You've never been hurt, flash knockdown. I never seen that. It happened to you.
No, not at all. I mean, body shots.
Yeah, but that's different. I think that's different.
But
but you seem like a natural. Boxing,
Thank you, man.
And just doing it more is only gonna sharpen you.
Agreed.
Up.
Yeah. That's what my sparring partner told me. He's like, next week. I was like, whoa, I'm coming back next week already. Next week, we're like, we gotta
work on some things.
Work on some things, and we're also turning up the intensity. You realize that, so I'm just like, okay, so I'll be back. Maybe not as hard until I
take
get
a
fight.
week. Take a week off.
Yeah, and you could also you don't have to go 5 days. You could go 3.
3
now,
days. Yeah, 3 days.
Just keeping the joints moving.
And even if I don't get a board,
look at Doomsday. He goes once a week, and he was able to do 3 rounds.
Yeah,
even if
lose.
Even if I don't get another Border Wars fight, I would continue this as a workout regimen. It's
healthy.
Rounds,
it's fun.
2 rounds, 3 minutes. It's insane. It's a workout, but
it is.
I'm thinking,
it's fun.
Maybe I don't tell the girlfriend that I'm,
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. That's how I feel, man. Like it's just fun.
Fun. It's fun. It's an experience.
And listen, if you're not doing, you're not fighting all year round, but you're staying in shape and you're doing it in the way you like to do it. You're having fun.
And for us that are boxing fans, it also helps us be boxing fans, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
It makes us better fans. I absolutely think that.
Yeah, definitely. I respect anyone and everyone that gets in that ring.
Now, the remaining fighters actually don't have their opponents actually.
So we could just bring 2 separates.
Yes, and let's get and very quickly, who is leaving tomorrow? Team Texas is, right?
No, they leave Thursday.
Team Canada.
You're leaving tomorrow? So let's run through Team Canada first because they're leaving tomorrow. So they might.
Warren.
Warren.
Medical check tomorrow. That's why I gotta go back.
Okay, whatever.
Warren and
whatever.
Anthony.
Warren and Anthony. Let's go to Warren and Anthony.
Fern.
Just put the mic down. Just put the mic down.
Thank you so much, Kev. Thank you so much. You guys showed.
Shout out to Hennessy.
You gotta get him back.
Nothing but heart in the ring.
Oh, but is Shandu's too light? What was Shandu like? 132?
Yeah, like 132.
Yeah, he'd have to drop a little more.
Kevin got to go too low. Ain't you like 155?
Oh,
I don't know. Where's Warren at? Is he taking a piss or something? Smoking? No, because Jose's right here. I don't know. Yeah, where's Warren at? We want to get to Warren.
So what up, man? Get on this.
Yeah,
mic.
get one of the seats. Take one of the mics. Oh, he's taking the good mic. He's smart. See, they were listening.
Wait a minute. I gotta make the hiss sound. The Cobra said.
Warren, here you go.
So Anthony,
and
man,
remember,
let's
guys.
get right into it. Obviously,
right there,
few fighters are banking on receiving most improved.
Yeah. And very quickly, overall performances of the night, like not fight of the night, performance of the night. These 2 gentlemen could get it.
Yeah.
Had to be
hell yes, because you have to be fucking great to slap the shit out of me.
Had to be Jose.
Don't do my guy like
Jose on the back line.
Don't do my guy like that.
Guys, listen, you guys. Anthony, starting with you.
Yeah.
I mean, you had a very competitive fight, which arguably with a lot of the majority here is probably the fight of the night, man.
Yeah.
You came in strong. There was a couple of times where you guys had some good exchanges. Tell us about the fight.
Yeah, so I originally thought
like we were actually going 3 minute 3, 3 and 3.
You thought it was a 3-minute 3-round
yeah,
fight?
up until basically we got there. I was like, oh, it's 2 minutes. I'm like, so I could turn on the gas a little bit. And I predicted to pace myself anyway, but I was like, oh, maybe I'll turn it on a little bit. And then he tried to turn it up.
And then you decide just like no pacing whatsoever.
Yeah, no
right?
pacing because this was an action-packed fight.
Yeah, and I thought, okay, like from the very moment, I thought from when I seen him in sparring until now, I'm like, and I told Ness this, if all technical skills go to hell, if all anything goes to hell, I'm out athleting. I don't care what the situation. I am an athlete. I've always been. So there's nobody's going to step in the ring and outwork me. So,
and I did see that. I really did see that. You know, maybe I'm speaking from a biased point. I was in the corner.
Yeah, you definitely outworking.
I can't wait the tape, man. It's
and I saw
tired. Going crazy.
And had it been at a pace I normally set, sparring 3 minutes, I would have been just fine. But just the pace we set, nervous energy.
Tell us about that. Tell us about this nervous energy.
Yo, I can't. If there was anybody in here that wasn't nervous, it would probably be
a lie.
It would probably be Fern. Like all those rounds count. Like they count for the experience. They count for remembering.
I think you still feel those butterflies.
You do.
You do. You absolutely do.
It got worse and worse as the days went by. Getting towards it, like when I got on the plane was when it got real.
It's fight night. It's fight day, huh?
It was coming, so I couldn't. It was so tough to get out of it. Then my girl chilled me out, and I was cool all the way up until a few hours before we got there. And I'm good. I'm riding, and I start getting nervous again.
It's that adrenaline dump that we speak of so much, man.
Adrenaline is crazy.
See, a lot of people don't take into account. You know, you see the bag, you know, the fighters punching the bags and the running and all that stuff, but they don't take into account the physical and mental fortitude you gotta have as a fighter in order to continue.
Yeah, I mean,
or make weight.
Or God, take the beanie off, Matt. For God's sake.
So Warren, man. Obviously, Matt has so much shit to say. You're such a gracious champion. And I'm being honest. Like, why are you not rubbing this shit into this fucking guy? He's called you hooker, all types of
You know why? Because he's high as fuck. You're welcome.
Weed saves us all.
He's at a passive state right now. Let's just say that.
This thing even on?
This is your first time in the U.S.?
No.
Oh, good.
It's not. First time in L.A.
Okay.
Yeah.
How was it? So far.
Right to your mouth, Warren. Right to your mouth.
Yeah,
I know you're high.
Warren, come on. We want to listen.
You're almost kissing it. You're almost kissing it.
It's great. It's great. My experience here in LA is great so far.
Now let's get into this fight because this is what we're talking about right now, right?
I've been waiting for this one for quite a while.
A lot of build up.
You let us down with that first disappointment, but you definitely came back and made up for that. I mean, walk us through the first round.
First round, when I got there, I was surprised. I think of course, my adrenaline was really high, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I was just, I guess, there was a lot of emotion. And, so.
How much emotion? Because you gotta understand, Matt is the ultimate shit talker. How much do you
I mean, I was pretty friendly at the gym, to be fair.
Yeah.
We're not talking. We're talking about the build-up, Matt. I mean, there was a lot of shit talking.
You at the weigh-in. You didn't take that personal?
No.
I did. I thought he could have fucking.
Now, listen. A lot of people don't know. A lot of people don't know. You know, we all thought that Matt actually started the physical contact, but we saw the tape, man.
It was me.
You put two fingers to his chest and kind of shoved him out.
It was me.
You know,
you started it.
That's the reason why I.
It got.
I said, look, I'm sorry, Joe. Right, it was his house. Look, I didn't mean to do that, so I told him it was me.
Yeah, because I saw the Mosca. The Mosca got real into Matt's face, but then two fingers.
Why, you don't think he overreacted?
No, you don't understand.
No,
Matt,
no, I don't think so.
Matt, and this. Listen, I was looking at the fingers. He shoved them into his solar plex.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean?
I did.
But get Matt, you didn't know how to stop. Matt was trying to push all of you off the fucking patio.
He swung at Chris Garcia.
Yo, you're talking about stuff that we already talked about. That was in the post-weigh-in show.
Matt, take off the beanie now.
Yo, can you take off the weight?
I see a bead of sweat.
Can you take off the weight? No, you can't. No, you can't, Doomy. Back to the main event, and the champ, Warren.
Respect.
Champ, hey, respect,
And,
man.
and again, if you're listening to this, you've already seen the tape.
He's
I've
gracious in
paid Warren his respect in the ring. I'm always gracious in defeat. You know, I'll talk as much shit as I want before the fight. It's because it's a fucking fight.
That's class.
But after the fight, we're good. We
Now, how
duked it
much-
out. We're good.
Now, how much? Listen, we were all. Listen, Matt, you heard us all,
And we duked it out, so we're good.
You
We're
duked
good.
it out, but a lot of us were thinking that La Mosca was just gonna come in here and terminate you. What do you have to say about those
He could
people?
have. He could have.
What do you have to say to those people that were
If he had the cardio of a Fern, he could have terminated me with my cardio to today. Absolutely.
So how do you feel? What are you saying? Your cardio wasn't at its best.
No, it was not.
Dude,
I've had
what?
better days. I've had better days. He was a better day today. He was the better guy today. Absolutely. He was the better fighter. He hit harder than me. He was faster than me.
Now let's ask
I
you-
had to adjust to him. He didn't have to adjust to me. That was a big difference. I really had to adapt to what he was doing. He never at once had to adapt to what I was doing, really.
Now,
Damn, yo, you know what Matt just
Jose.
did?
what did he just do?
Nah, it's not even a kiss ass, yo.
Yo, I'm being whoa.
He did an Eminem right now.
He did it, man.
You remember 8 Mile? That's that rap right there. He said, "Let me just say everything
Bad
before
about myself.
anybody could say it."
Yo, Warren's
man.
the champ today. I'll give him that credit. He won.
Now listen, I asked Warren about the
Matt ain't do nothing to get a rematch.
the whole emotion.
Wow, that's kind of rude.
The what?
So you want to get him?
You don't think it was close enough to deserve a rematch? I'm not saying I deserve one. I'm just saying, do you not?
Enough?
It was majority decision.
Warren, you felt some of his punches.
What?
There was a draw.
Does he have power or not?
Who gave him?
Yeah, there's pepper.
Who gave him a majority?
Hey,
a little bit of pepper.
Hey, come on. If you're gonna say it,
Yo, for the record,
a lot.
No, because Warren, we seen that you went. You were boxing guy. You boxed
Yeah,
Jose.
you were
You
in there
boxed a
with
lot of
Chris,
guys that were a
Jose.
lot bigger than you.
I mean Eric and Jose.
So warranting that, Matt, might caught you with a couple punches. How did they feel? Did they feel like Jose's? Did they feel like did they feel strong? Was he bigger than me? Was he bigger?
They didn't feel
Pause,
like
pause.
Yeah, pause.
Hard
Somebody
pause
pause
on
this
that.
guy.
Thank you.
The sound effects are on this thing right now or no?
Oh, we're good. Don't worry. We got sound effects. Don't worry.
Okay.
You may not hear it.
You
but I
guys know
hear
the
it.
right one to put for shit like that, right?
Yeah, don't worry about it.
But yeah, no.
Yeah, there was definitely
There was
enough.
some pep in his punches.
Yeah, enough to make me be cautious of what I'm gonna do next,
Yeah, okay.
and interrupt me as I'm on my track of what I want to do. So yeah,
Did you feel coming into this fight that you could just take over Matt immediately?
No. Enrique asked me this before the fight. He's like, "Are you nervous?" And I said, "Yeah, right, just a little bit, of course, because you gotta respect your opponent, right?" So
And it was your really first
Yeah.
fight in a way. It's very different than a sparring session.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into that. Is this the first time you actually stepped in and actually competed? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So
It
kudos
is.
to you, man.
Yeah.
We actually
First
thought
one,
that
yeah.
you did.
damn,
real
first
good.
time in the ring, you wipe Matt with the ring.
Don't say first time in the ring, homie. That's not accurate.
With the beanie.
Yo, homie, you're 30 pounds overweight and you lost every round.
That's
Okay.
What's your top three?
Why are you talking? Why are you talking?
30 pounds
I'm
lighter.
not making excuses.
What's your top three?
Mitty was the better man.
Your top three. Top three fights.
Of the card.
Top-
Of the card.
Top three,
today?
Top three of the top.
You and Eric's.
Yeah, easily.
See that Cobra fight keeps coming up, man. I'm gonna give that the vote. I'm just gonna come out right
That's
now in the
his own
open.
He was
and
tough,
I gotta
man.
say that the Anthony Cobra and Garcia fight was.
He was tough, man.
To
Because
me.
I felt like I didn't hurt him, but maybe I did. But
No, let me tell you something.
You knocked him almost
I
out.
knocked him down. I was actually surprised.
Top
but I'm
three,
like,
I got to
I
one,
gotta
and then
You had you
Orthodox.
connected with a couple of more punches that a lot of punches.
I
actually.
felt like
No,
myself,
you connected with a lot. It's
Let me
just
tell you
that
something.
nothing
We were a
looked
fan
like
of the
that
right hook.
hand, so
Yeah.
that right hand landed.
I
That was the
felt
biggest
like-
punch of the fucking
I
night.
felt like my southpaw stance wasn't working. So
No, it worked.
right there at that moment, I'm like, let me do something different. That
Talk-
I actually did in sparring. I didn't train. It was like just go to my natural side. I'm just like, okay, I took a step back. It was right there. Feint the jab. Hit him.
Hit him with the right.
Yeah.
You also hit him with a hook from the southpaw stance. That
Yeah.
a lot.
I worked-
twice, three
shits.
times.
I worked on that a
Reminded me of
lot.
the Earl Spence ones that you kept telling.
I worked on it a lot, boy. It was actually one of Adrian Broner trainers. He came into our gym. He helps out every now and then. So he came through and he see me hooking on the bag. He told me to go high low, like even left or right, because he see me southpaw. He's like, nah, switch to the other side. I guess he knew.
Hey, Anthony, you know you have to talk in front of the mic. You know, like if the mic's by the side of your head. You know,
juicy part again.
Mic check, Matt.
But yeah, he seen me hooking on the bag, and he switched my stance. He just go high low or low high. He started me out low high, just with that, and then go high low, and he just keep doing it, keep turning into it, and hooking it, and so apparently with that, I didn't have any trouble doing it with the right because I never really practiced it like that, but.
They're kind of naturally ambidextrous because they
landed
what's
pretty
next?
solid.
What's
next?
What's next for both of you? Both of
180?
you.
You was 180 today?
Yeah, I can go. I was 178. That's where I weighed in. But I mean.
But that was what? Strict diet or just good working out?
Both. Fairly strict diet.
What did you come in at?
I was.
What was the Cobra's weight loss?
He came in under. What you started at?
The lowest I weighed was
no, the heaviest.
The heaviest was 193.
Oh wow! Look at that.
And
see,
then
everybody was coming from 200 except Doomy fucking.
Yeah. And then I ended up winning. The lowest I weighed was 175.
You the only one didn't want to make.
So you started at 193.
Yeah.
And you came down to
lowest was 175.
175.
Yeah.
But you fluctuated back up to the actual fight weight that you agreed upon.
Well, you know, I ate breakfast shamelessly that morning, so I was 178. But
now we talked about a lot of the things that we give up, right? What are some of the things that the Cobra had to give up?
No. We're wrapping up because we have to hurry because there's tons of people.
Whoa, you're not gonna cut the question like that.
No.
Your mouth. You're gonna let that question.
I can cut your mic, so if you want to go that far.
Warren, count and take that beanie off.
Warren,
let the man.
Hey, Mr. 30 pounds over. Hold on,
Mr.
Did you answer what is next for you? Because that's the question. Because we gotta wrap it up.
What's next?
Oh, a long dramatic pause.
I laid down on that floor.
Sound like Andre Ward right now. Ward took that long pause too.
Let's hear that shit. Oh, I laid down on that floor after that fight, and I was like, I looked up at my girl. She's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "Babe, I might retire."
I smelled Andre Ward.
But you never know. I might make a comeback. I ain't gonna rule it out at all yet. We'll see. Depending on how I feel. I had a lot of injuries. I broke a nose, like a deviated septum, strained shoulder, strained ACL. Shit, hand injuries, the normal bumps and bruises, shit. So it was rough.
This ain't no easy sport.
It was rough, man. But
so Warren, what's next for you? Because I hear retirement from Anthony.
I'm moving up to heavyweight.
Oh,
we know who we going for.
Andre Ward too.
We know who you going for.
Sound like Andre Ward too.
I'm joking. I'm
calling you out.
I'm gonna take a break from boxing for a bit.
How long?
Just
long enough for your title to go vacated.
Long enough for it to come back to me.
Are we gonna see La Mosca still off season in the gym?
Yo, we gotta give him a. Real 12 months in boxing is inactivity. His title will go vacant after 12 in real boxing. So what about for Border Wars?
In real boxing, yes,
Border
real.
Wars boxing is you gotta defend next Border Wars event, otherwise you lose.
Or you vacate it.
Agreed. I think all commissioners have agreed. Agreed. Okay, it's official.
Yo, who all got a belt?
So he's champion till he decides.
Like supposedly I wanted to challenge for a belt. Who has the belts?
Oh, you could challenge?
In and around my weight class.
Dang.
Jose. You want that easy work?
I thought that sexy Cobra, man, that'd look good.
I mean, it had to be.
Cruz.
I mean, it had to be like a money fight.
A money fight.
You know, for me to come out of retirement. You know, if you really want this.
He's choosing the Andre Ward.
I got Jose and who else?
Eric Cruz.
Cruz is tough. Cruz is tough.
Cruz. Jose the easy.
Cruz is polished
Point
in
at
there,
the
man.
easy work.
Point at the easy work, baby. Let's do
I
it.
mean, that ain't honestly. You know what? I don't see you as easy work. Honestly,
Thank you, sir.
I honestly don't like if you keep a bigger guy up off of you all day. I don't care if you're tired or not. By sticking and moving and jabbing, that's what you do. And that's the basics. Can't nobody take that from you.
Whoa.
But
Yeah, unfortunately, he ain't do that today.
well, he ain't
Stuck
you know,
to the floor.
It could have been a boys that float ass. We don't know.
I can't remember. I can't remember.
Well, Warren. So
Yeah.
heavyweight. That's not real. So.
No.
So what? Oh, that's it's taking a break. Taking a break. Taking a break. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll get back to you in probably
still a
in a few
champ.
months.
He's
The
still a
commissioner
champ.
will get back to you, champ.
Yeah, we'll stay connected.
We'll find out through his promoter.
Obviously,
Whatever's clever, we'll figure it out, right? Yeah,
obviously, great fights from both of you guys. Definitely put on performances.
Definitely.
Thanks, man.
So let's
too,
get.
of course.
Oh,
Warren,
thank you,
landed
Warren.
the unicorn punch, so you brought it back for Canada.
Yo, I landed that uppy. Don't worry about it.
There was a lot of people
Angelo taught me that.
made fun
I don't know. I thought I landed the unicorn punch because we was gonna be sweet by Team Canada if it weren't for me.
Olympus, they taught me that unicorn punch over there.
Yeah, I
And
know.
the
You
movie
hit Matt
side,
with
side,
it
side.
because a lot of people were making fun of the unicorn punch.
Yo, you got hit with a lot of shit,
When
Ness. I don't know what you're talking
Zach
about.
said,
I don't know what
Yo,
you're talking about. You got hit with
unicorn
fucking
punch.
elbows, man. Like I don't know what you're
It's
talking
all
about.
right. It's all right. When Zach said hit him with the unicorn punch, we just laughed.
All right. We're
You
going
showed us what it looked like.
Team
on
Texas. Team Texas. We need two of you guys
That's
up.
I mean, you know,
Marvin and Eric, because you guys
Marvin,
haven't been
Eric,
up, right?
your
Yeah,
opponents
we
are not
did,
here,
we
did.
so
Yes.
we get both you guys
Yes,
on.
yes,
and,
both of you guys. Take Mike, gentlemen.
Team Texas, right?
Thank you,
Both
Warren.
of these guys
Thank you,
came
Anthony.
and actually won for Texas.
Great
right?
fights, gentlemen. We hit
They
from
both
some
won.
mics.
Marvin.
Both of them won for.
They both had great
All right,
fights.
who's the quieter one of the two?
Probably me.
Marvin.
Marvin's probably the quieter of the two.
I'm half asleep.
There you go.
They don't even know how much we were. It's 1 in the morning right now.
Yeah,
2 in the
yeah.
morning.
And-
Call me
and,
1 in the
and we haven't
morning.
even like
Alright,
post
alright.
production
Beers.
yet. Cruz, Marvin, you guys know the mic rules.
Yeah.
Straight to the mouth. You know,
Yeah.
like you're kissing it. You
Yeah,
know,
I got it.
Before
pause.
Matt has a
We've
meltdown.
been here before.
You don't want Matt having a meltdown.
I might have a meltdown because we're at an hour and
Alright.
30. It's 2 a.m. right now.
Yeah.
God knows
Okay,
what time it is on
we're
the East Coast.
we're half drunk, so let's hurry this up. Okay,
That's what I feel
Let's
like
do it.
right now.
It's 4 in the morning. In
Cruz,
Texas.
we're gonna get to you first.
All right.
You almost got upset today.
I did. No, I did, and everybody was
That's
counting
a little-
Sack out. Everybody was
You don't
counting
think that's
Sack out, and it
a
was
bit of a reach.
Yeah.
maybe in the
Almost.
first 20 seconds,
Almost.
because I
said
wasn't really
almost.
expecting.
Yeah, the first round.
Yeah,
First round, he was hurt. First
Yeah,
round,
he
he
came at
had
me.
to adapt to what Zach was doing. We never thought that. We never thought once Zach was going to do something that Eric was going to have to adapt to.
Yeah.
Nobody thought that.
So what did Zach do that had you either confused? That how did he land that fucking unicorn punch?
It
man?
was a couple of things. Sack he's a big boy, right?
Yeah.
So I was thinking about moving a little bit at the beginning, but that ring was small. The
lot of
canvas.
people, yeah.
I felt like I was like jumping on mud, man. It would kind of sink in. And Sack is a big boy, man. So every time I would move to a corner, he was right there, and he wobbled me a little bit. But yeah, I came back.
That sort of ring, for the people listening that weren't aware of where the dynamics of the ring, right? It's a small ring, and
Smallest I've ever been.
there's not much room for
For technique,
Cruz
yeah.
was bigger than that, man.
Oh yes.
There's not much
Close, but I think it is bigger. I could be wrong.
Well, and not only that,
Yeah.
the canvas too itself is actually made to work your calves a little more. That's
Yeah.
usually used to work close quarter, combos and all that other stuff. But how did you feel about that? Did that affect you in any way? Did that cause you to maybe
A little bit. But the thing was, everybody was saying that Zach was gonna shell up. As soon as I threw a punch or two, he was gonna shell up, and he didn't do that. He came after me. At the beginning, he came after
Yeah,
me,
no,
man.
we saw that. We saw
Yeah.
that. How did you feel about that?
I don't know. I disagree with
You
that.
know what?
I think you landed combinations when he was clearly on the rope, shelled up.
No, that was afterwards though.
Afterwards, in
but
the
at the beginning, when he came at me, like I kid you not, for like 3-4 seconds, it crossed my mind, like, yo, I might lose this belt, man. This belt might be going to Canada.
Okay. See that type of pressure
gotta
that's
watch
going
the
on.
tape.
Yeah.
That
Gotta
type-
watch the
listen,
tape.
the type of pressure that Zach came out with, I don't think none of us were expecting it. We kind of took Zach for granted as the
Yeah.
guy that's kind of goofy. And all due respect to him right now, because he proved that he improved and he came with a lot
He
of aggression.
retired,
Yeah.
dude, at dinner.
Did he?
But it's lack of promotion, bro. That guy, Jose,
Yeah, very
is
bad
cheap,
promoter.
man.
Bobby Arum
Bobby
definitely
Arum!
never favored him.
No way.
His heart was never in it.
Yeah.
You're not on the mic. We don't hear you,
Let me
Jose.
tell you something. You might say that now, Jose, but I'll tell you what. His facial expressions in the ring and the way he was trying to take him out,
Yeah.
his heart was in it.
Yeah, he wanted to win. He wanted to
Oh,
win.
definitely wanted to
He
win.
was going for the win.
Going for it.
It's
Yeah.
not that his heart wasn't in it.
It's not his thing.
He's not a fighter.
It's not his thing. He rather snowboard
Yeah,
and
'cause you
go
gotta
triple
build-
X.
you gotta
off
build a guy
mountain,
like
you know
that
what I mean?
up. You gotta
I'm a
build
preacher,
like
remember?
that
I'm a
up.
preacher. I'm not a fighter.
You got to build a guy like that up. You got to get him a couple wins, build his confidence up, and his promoter didn't do that. You
Now,
know?
how strong did he feel, Eric? Because, this guy he's an athlete. Let's
Yeah,
let's not get it twisted. The guy's an athlete.
He felt pretty strong, man. He felt pretty strong.
He give Mitty a run for his money for on the body competition.
On the body sculpting competition over here with Mr. Mitty.
Yeah, he felt pretty strong.
Now, let's switch over real quick to Marvin now. Marvin.
Yes, underdog Victor.
I cornered him.
Yes.
And let me tell you, it just it's very.
He put on the exact performance he needed to do to win that
Exactly.
fight.
It's a happy feeling too when you got a fighter that listens.
He had me a little bit nervous though.
He did too in the beginning, but then when I shot out the body and a fighter goes for the body, it's just a good feeling. He hit you hit him a lot in the body. What did you?
That's what changed it, I think.
Yeah,
Cantu
Cantu got tired.
From
He got
the first
tired.
round.
Did you notice his fatigue when the body shots started landing?
After the second round, I think that's when you started telling me to go to the body. Was in the second round, and I did see it in his face that he was tired. But I mean, I was tired as well. But
I was in that corner, bro. He was taking off the headgear.
It was concerning.
Taking
It was
out the
very
mouthpiece.
concerning.
Not
Like
concerning.
from the first round, he was taking off the headgear.
Wait, you said he was taking his headgear off?
Like
Not off completely. Because
put
remember,
over
it
his
had,
mouth.
it had the bar. Okay. So he was making sure that the bar would go up. So they would unstrap it. He would take out his
So
mouthpiece.
it seemed a bit uncomfortable then.
It's a bar.
He
man.
chose to wear the bar.
Yeah.
We were talking
And the
about
long sleeve shirt, man. I don't know what he was thinking.
How did you feel about that? I mean, we were talking about that earlier because I know the bar sometimes, certain sparring partners don't want to wear it or whatever. Sometimes you could hurt your hand on these things, but did you feel a big difference when you were punching them when you actually landed?
Nah, I mean, I didn't really feel a difference. Maybe the outcome of some of my punches could have been a difference.
You felt like you maybe could have landed a little.
Oh yeah, probably he would have felt a little bit more in my right hand. I'm sure if he didn't have that bar on.
Now, anything you feel like, Aaron did that actually, made him affected you in a way. What trouble did you see from Cantu in the beginning? Because the opening round we saw him real loose.
Yeah, that jab he kept getting me at the first round. I think I kind of adjusted pretty well, but I mean, he was long, he was taller, he was longer.
I mean, he even D1'd you. Like, we were making a joke about it,
Yeah,
but he kind of tackled you,
bro.
Yeah.
Did that bother you?
Yeah, nah. I mean, I don't know. That was weird.
That was weird.
That was weird.
Yo, did I miss that? I didn't see that.
No, he literally got tackled. I mean,
I can't wait to watch the tape. I can't wait to watch that
was
tape.
that at the time of the tackle, Aaron was pretty much doing the better work at that time.
He was.
And
He
then
was. The
just
first
tackled
round.
you
I
out
don't
of
know. I
nowhere.
don't know if I got him with maybe like a right hand or something, and then
Maybe
he
that caused him to grab.
dipped down and just like lunged forward. Might have been. I'm not sure.
I know in the beginning of the round I saw Cantu and I saw him elusive. He was jumpy.
Yeah.
But when those body shots started landing, man, you really slowed them down. And I actually got to see you hit him with a body shot and then a big left hook up top. You gained confidence as the fight went along, but you had a double-ended mouthpiece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
That he was spitting that mouthpiece out. He said he was chewing.
You were
on
chewing
it.
on. No, he was not.
I was chewing
You
it.
were
I was
literally
chewing it.
chewing on it. What?
Yeah, I don't know.
How much effect did that have on you?
While I was training, I've always had that same mouthpiece, so I really don't know the difference with the
adrenaline
single.
spike.
You were
with
training
that.
with a football mouthpiece.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Well, they sell double-sided boxing.
I never wore one.
No, that was a boxing. It was a boxing.
I've worn them. They
double-sided.
suck.
Double for boxing?
Yeah, they suck. I hate them.
Sure.
They make your mouth stay open.
It says Everlast.
Yo,
on
no,
there.
they 100% do me 100%.
Wow.
They're usually not used by the pros because pros usually don't like them because they make your mouth stay open. They make your jaw actually you can't clench your teeth as much.
Yeah, it makes your lips kind of stay.
Yeah, it's
puffed
weird.
up.
It's weird. I don't like it that much. But like I know some guys like it. Like Fern, I think uses a double side mouth guard, right? Fern? Yes, he does. Fern uses double side mouth guard.
He was breathing easy with no problem.
On the lead up to the fight, All right, Fern, Mr. 280, leaving the house.
Drive safe, Fern.
Later, brother.
All right. Now, leading up to the fight, what exactly did you practice? Not practice, but what did you prepare for in Kanto? I mean, he was a taller fighter.
Yeah.
We know that you sparred Ness.
Yeah,
recently. What?
I think that sparring with Ness kind of helped me. Kind of see what it would be fighting a taller person, longer person than me. Cause man, you don't find big dudes like that, in Texas boxing.
So sparring Ness was somewhat beneficial before the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Especially for Cantu with that size, with that height.
Cantu was a taller guy.
I mean,
Ness is the perfect guy to spar for that fight.
After sparring Ness, I knew Cantu wasn't coming with the same probably athletic ability as Ness and the power. Definitely not the power as Ness. So I kind of it helped out definitely.
Well, we're gonna wrap this up. It's been late. What's next?
Last two?
Yes, we have Fugatti, but I mean, it's Fugatti. Who cares?
Oh, yo, where's my boy Fu, man? Bring Fu
Okay,
over
we're gonna
here.
get Fugatti. Hold on.
Bring Fu the fuck over here.
What's next for both of you? Marvin first, then Cruz. What's next for you?
Yeah, because we've been listening.
You rushing everybody.
We've been
Yo,
we've been
it's
hearing a
late,
lot about
man.
Marvin maybe
Jersey boy.
It's 2 in the morning. I want to get more high.
Hey, Jose, it's 2 in the morning, like 9 drinks in.
Yo, man, I've had half that bottle of Henny. What are you talking about, fam?
Oh, la bella.
Yo, hold on. Who was knocked down? Not me. Jose was.
So what's next? What's next,
Marvin?
I mean,
you got that big W.
Yeah, I mean, I'm planning on staying in the heavyweight.
Oh, Ness.
Low 200s. Is my
low
goal.
200s. He's very specific about that number, right?
I mean, I'm trying to lose the weight. I was at 214. I started at about 245.
Wow. Okay. Another
30-something pounds.
Another big winner or loser, like we were talking about, man. You did lose a lot of weight.
My personal goal, is to be at around 200. So
you want that Chris fight? Chris from Northern California.
Yeah, I'll take it.
That's that 195, 200.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
That'd be entertaining. That'd be really entertaining.
Chris and Nelson? My boy Nelson, yeah. All right.
I don't know who that is.
We got playing names.
I don't know who that is. I'll take him too.
He's a ringer though. He got fights.
You heard Marvin.
Fights.
I'll take him too.
Cruz, what is next for you?
Well, let me see. This fight was a heavyweight. My last fight was a cruiserweight. So my next fight might be a light heavyweight.
Yo, the credentials are stacking for Cruz, bro.
Jose.
The resume.
On record, Jose, into the mic. Will you take the fight with Jose? I mean, with Eric Cruz.
Let's hear it.
In Calgary, baby.
Oh! We say you got to travel like Rocky.
I'll go get that bet over there. It don't matter.
Damn.
Call him 2-time champ.
2-time
unified.
champ. If I could.
Yeah, of course.
He beat my coach. He beat my brother, and now he's gonna go through me. Yo, and it may sound like a joke, but it's real, man.
Go home and beat me.
If he's gonna be the champ, let him be the champ. Let him rule it all, man. So let him come to my town and let him finish off the last guy. And if he does it,
The last Canadian.
then it's
Eric,
done.
The last of the Canadian.
Eric, you heard it. But
Yep.
the honest truth is that you've become the A side.
Yo, we're wrapping it
So
up.
it's
We're
like
wrapping it up. What are you doing?
You
What do you?
have actual.
No, he's right. He's right.
You have actual influence.
Oh, he does. He's
He's
Eric
like Earl
does.
Spence right now, like the people's champ.
The
He
people's
doesn't need
champ.
to go to fucking Canada.
Like Patreon is gonna
whatever you
decide
Go
where
to
the fight is
Canada.
at.
You're gonna go to Canada for a belt that he doesn't really even have.
Exactly. That's why I got to get it from him, you know?
That's how bad he wants it.
Fugatti, you're up. Thank you, Eric. Thank you,
man.
Marvin. I'm sorry that you guys were
It was
last.
fun.
It's been a
Hey,
long show.
thank you again, guys, man, for the effort that you've put in.
I know I didn't ask
I know
him
you
for
guys took a
on
lot-
purpose because we favor him
You
on
guys took a lot of
TV
time
over you.
Your family and your normal lives.
We
got the
don't
Fu
condone
Master
cheaters.
Mr. Fugatti himself, who was
Fugatti
judging,
Bugatti.
who came.
By far the best beard in TV.
I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Grab the other mic, Fugatti. Grab the other mic. That one's better. Yeah, that one's better.
Oh, man.
Adelaide Bird, they're calling you. Wow.
Yeah,
Foo,
that's
Foo,
fair. That's
you're
fair.
getting a little bit of heat right now from the the judging aspect of this. Who else was judging alongside you, Foo, on this TBV Border Wars 2?
It was Eddie and Scott.
Eddie
And if you
Scott.
don't know who those guys
is-
are Coach Mitty's teammates who joined him on the trip over.
Okay. Now, we want to know what were your opinions on the fights. Obviously, there's so many that went on, but let's just stick to the controversial ones, right?
Oh, he's got his phone.
He has his phone.
Oh, he has the scorecards out.
Wait a minute.
What was controversial? Ness and Hasil?
Well, not so much. I mean, we had a crazy, situation with Jose.
Yeah, but that's not really a judging decision. I feel like.
And no. We're going to go back to even the point deductions that were made.
Yes, the point
and
deductions.
with Zach's fight, we're going to go with excessive. I don't even know what to call it. Mushing
Elbowing.
of the neck, you know what I mean? With Ness and Haziel, and overall, what was your experience as a judge? I mean, they were fast-paced fights.
And probably your first time judging an event like that, I would assume.
Fast-paced fights.
Absolutely. And I wanted to say before we started, it was the hardest thing that I did because everybody put in so much work that I didn't want to judge anyway. I didn't want to
any bias.
Say anyone was a loser.
You were friends with most of these people.
Yeah, so many of the fights to me, you guys already know how I judge fights because we talk Canelo, Triple G. If you're on your back foot up against the ropes, I'm not giving you a lot of points. I'm not.
And genuinely, a lot of these judges have their own style of judging, right?
Everybody does.
So this is your style.
So you know what? I was looking for clean shots. And to me, it was I just knew how much work everyone had put into this. So it was hard for me to say, hey, you lost this fight.
Well, let's be brutally honest then, Fu.
Yeah. So I had Mitty 3 rounds to nothing.
Easily. That's assumed. Mr. 30 pounds over didn't win a fucking single round.
I had Santi and
take the beanie off.
Garcia for sure. I had him 3-0 against Santiago.
Yes, I agree.
And then Fern had the stoppage because Kevin tweaked his knee. I actually thought Kevin was coming on pretty good in the second.
He was.
But Fern was impressive that he had the reach. He was coming over the top with the right consistently.
All right, and it looks like Fu, you have a actual scoring for all the fights.
I scored every fight.
He has them written down. That's actually cool.
And Enrique and Jose took the dive, but I mean, no, for real.
Fu, come on. Let's talk about this dive.
Because it is a dive. It is 100% a dive.
He did get hit clean.
He did.
I was very close.
But then
to the
he
ring
took
at that
the
point.
dive. It can be both. He can
And-
get hit clean and then take the dive.
I think that when Jose said he didn't want to continue, I heard Mitty ask if the fight wanted to go on. Jose said no. I'm not gonna fight a cheater.
Okay.
And Mitty said it's a disqualification. He even came over to Enrique and was like, "Hey, bro, I gotta."
That's even more reason to take that under review. How the fuck does the referee ask the fighter, does he want to fight? Okay, so it's a disqualification?
That's what you would.
Well, that's exactly what you would do.
That's exactly what you would do in a
What?
fight.
Yes, that's it.
If you're going to disqualify a fighter for committing a foul, you don't
Ness.
ask him, does he want to continue?
Ness, there's nothing to argue. There's
Show
nothing.
me the rule books. Show me.
Ness,
Show me.
Ness, it's 2 a.m. We're not going to get into this right now.
Let's keep going down the fight, but we'll get back to that because
Mr. Rabbit Hole.
definitely touch on
Mr.
that.
Rabbit Hole Gibbs over here. Come
That's
on.
impossible.
Rabbit hole. What the hell is that?
Marvin versus Cantu,
Yo,
like
you telling me you commit an infraction that doesn't warrant a warning?
Talking to the mic. Talking to the
referee
mic
gives
first.
Because I'm just trying to get the point across. If the foul doesn't warrant a warning and he's automatically disqualifying, why would he ask the other guy? Does he want to? The fight's over already.
I think he asked for out of respect for the competition. Yeah.
Again, why that should be under review. You do not ask the fighter who didn't like. So the fighter that got hit is willing, is able to basically sway the referee's opinion depending on how he acts.
Exactly.
That's not how it is in boxing.
That's exactly how
Pull up the fight.
That's exactly how it is.
Pull up the fight.
No, we don't need to go into this. It's 2 a.m.
So
We don't need to go
Marvin and Cantu.
That's bullshit.
Like Marvin and Cantu, like Marvin's body work was way better. I mean,
Easily.
So I had him 3 rounds to nothing against Cantu.
I'm not
I thought
surprised.
Cantu did some good stuff, but
He just wasn't running rounds.
Yeah, no. Cruz and Zach, you know, I had Cruz up.
Okay.
I did miss a standing 8 count though.
For who? For Cruz and Zach?
Yeah, because and then
It was crazy. It was crazy.
But what about didn't they miss one for Anthony too? Because then Jose came here saying
Well, there was multiple knockdowns in that fight.
Jose said
what
that
it is?
Mitty gave him the knockdown.
No. I didn't say that. I said
Right.
that Mitty paused it, but he never gave him the knockdown.
No, yeah, it was something different going on there.
Because Anthony thought it was a knockdown because he was mad and he hit the ground, but it was Mitty called it a slip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Them gloves touched and a punch.
Both
landed.
gloves touched.
It was weird. It was weird though.
landed.
It was weird. It almost looked like he was off balance more than a punch.
Pushing and shoving.
Yeah.
People weren't.
But you know,
Well,
according
It's
to
not really a
rules,
slip.
both
It's off
gloves
balance.
touched,
Like he
it's-
fell more than
Then
it was
again,
a punch.
you know, it
Yeah.
depends on what circumstance, right? Because if it didn't get punched solid,
And people weren't
it's
spitting
counted
in the
as a
spit
slip.
buckets, so there was like water.
Yo,
when
there
people
was a
were going-
lot of
yeah,
water
I
in the
mean,
corners, man. Everybody was getting that sponge to the head.
I had Joe up 3 rounds to nothing.
I can see
Joe,
that. I can see that.
He
I
did-
can
he
see
did
that.
great.
I gotta see the tape. 3
Yeah.
I have to see that again because I actually wasn't able to see the.
I
whole
mean,
thing.
you know, Lemon was aggressive, but I think Joe was just more accurate, better punches.
I ain't get to
Agreed.
watch that fight like
all right.
perfectly.
So I had Ness and I had Hasiel winning the fight until Ness had the knockdown, and then my card ended up being a draw.
Okay.
And then I don't have the other scorecards, but I know that Scott gave because of the fouls. He just thought that it was sloppy and he thought
Too much.
Ness, yeah,
Should have
Ness
been
shoulda
points
got it.
deducted.
Exactly.
Is that
And
what-
I actually told Mitty I thought points should have been deducted, but you know, in
Agreed.
the heat of the moment, I mean, what do you do? You know, and then the other judge was in the restroom for 45 seconds of the fight. So he gave it as a draw based on everything he saw, but gave it to Ness based on the fact that he didn't see most of the first round.
Okay.
So it's not like a majority draw. It was we called it a split decision.
Split decision.
For that reason. I did have it as a draw. I thought Hasiel did a hell of a job. Except for the obviously push.
Wait. Sorry, I missed it because Jose was trying to talk to me and say some stupid shit. Explain to me why it was called a split decision and not a majority draw.
Eddie was in the restroom.
Yes, and so you
And came
discounted
out.
that. You discounted that scorecard.
We didn't discount it. He scored the other ones, obviously, and Ness had the knockdown in the one round, so that was like basically split. And then we just did.
We definitely need to watch the tape again
yeah.
for that. We definitely need to watch the tape.
But
again for that.
I would say honestly that I would have given Ness the first round. Because if I'm looking back at it, if we looked at it,
Yes.
Even on my thing, I deleted.
Mike in front of the mouth, and Mike right there.
Oh,
There you go. There you go.
I erased my score and put Ness, and then erased my score and put Hasiel because in my mind I was struggling with the pushing up of the head because I don't like shady shit in boxing, you know. So it just I know. I'm sure.
So for the judge to decide, it's for the ref to decide.
Jose, sit down. Sit down, Jose.
Yeah.
You had your turn.
You lost, baby.
I did.
Anthony and Eric was a great fight.
Amazing
I had
fight.
it round 1 for Anthony, round 2 for Eric, and round 3 for Anthony.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I can see that.
He started it and he closed it.
Yeah.
Every round was close.
Yeah.
Like that first round was a toss up. Even the second round was a toss up. Third round was a toss up.
And then Sal and Tony was a great fight. I had Sal for the first 2 rounds and then Tony for the last one.
Agreed.
And then you and Warren, I actually had a draw for the first round because it was tough. It was real tough to call. It was just so tight. And then I had Warren for the last 2. Yeah.
You heard it. Fugatti, one of the judges, apart from the 2 UK representatives from
Yes, thank you,
Ladies
Fugatti,
Camp.
for your contribution to Border War.
And Fugatti, I mean, This is the first time that I've actually got to meet you in person. We've talked a lot on the chats and stuff like that. But it's
taller than
cool.
what I expected.
You are taller. I think
you look shorter. I just
Yo, Tony is definitely shorter than what I thought he was gonna be.
Yeah, he was just taller than I thought.
Yo, don't be mad about my height. Don't be mad about my height. You got that L2. You got that L2. Don't worry about it.
Foo's been training too, so
okay. Oh, sure. Well, Mitty said he would have just been disqualified.
But he never gave a reason as to why.
Fu.
He made his own rules tonight. I'm gonna Google as soon as the show is over.
You can please
Promise.
Google that.
He'll be on the Google. Trust me.
Fu.
I promise.
Fight of the night in your opinion, and we're gonna wrap it up.
Today, out of curiosity.
You did. I learned it from you.
Hey, we're giving the guests his time.
Honest opinion.
Why did I lose control like
So
this?
fight of the
Stoppage.
Hey, Tony, it's our show.
Foo's on the
fight of the night was I thought Anthony and Eric.
I think that should be clear. That should be clear.
Like
Oh yeah,
big bomb.
It was
Big bomb.
Too bad
It was
doesn't
so
matter
good.
now because nobody wanted to put that money
it
up.
was so good. And then Sal and Tony were super impressive. I mean, I like, you know, we talked on the way here, and Mitty was like, they literally said either one of those guys, if they wanted to, could go amateur. And I thought there was a lot there to look at. And then third best, man, I don't really. Those two just really stuck out to me. I have to look at my cards. Yeah. Joe just brought it. Joe just brought it.
For the age,
I would probably go with Marvin and Garcia and Cantu because, you know, like we talked on the plane, me and Marvin, and about the plan, and you know, Cantu being so tall, I thought Marvin did a great job, like working the game plan that he had talked about. So and it was a good fight because I thought, you know, Cantu didn't really back down, you know, like.
Agreed.
No, he took some pretty hard shots too.
Oh, he did. He took some hard shots.
Agreed. Well, Patreon family, I hope you enjoyed this post-fight show. It's been a real one. It's been late. Just so you know, this was the day of the fight. This has been recorded. This is the immediate reaction of everyone. We have not seen the tape of any of the fights yet. It is 2 a.m. We're all drunk. We're all high. It's been a great one. Hope you enjoy the fights because most people. Sorry, not everyone. Shout out to the church crew, Texas.
Matt, take off the beanie.
Take off those 30 pounds. We're out of here. Peace.
What is up, TBV family? Yes, YouTube has been cutting funding to their channels as of late, and with net neutrality going through its process, the internet is changing. If you want to keep your favorite channel intact, coming up with tons of content, and plus get hours and hours of extra content, head over to patreon.com/ThaBoxingVoice to become a member of the TBV family and help support the channel. Peace.
No other sight in the game could see the boxing voice.